welcome to the Elijah Sisters Podcast. We're so thankful to have you with us this evening, and we're excited about our show this evening. It is already the month of May. Oh my goodness, we are good into the springtime, and it is Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to every mom who is listening to us this weekend. I cannot believe we are 5 months into 2024. Can you guys believe that?
No. I'm like, yeah, this feel like this year is moving real fast for some reason.
And so it's Mother's Day weekend, and we are excited about what that means, celebrating our own mom, and ready to dive into this beautiful show. Last year, we celebrated with our mom, celebrated with our daughters, with our nieces, and had a beautiful tea. And so we're going to spill some tea, share some tea, and get into today. And so we're excited about that. Before we get into our show, while you're listening, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying what you're listening to. And of course you are, so we look forward to you doing it. And as you're listening, feel free to go ahead and comment, and we will comment right back with you as we go along. All right, let's get into this. Also, is it your birthday this month? Your anniversary? Are you or one of your beautiful ones graduating? Let us know. We'd love to give you a shout out. So we have a birthday in our family this month. Shantali's oldest son's birthday was this month. I can't believe Khalil is 17 years old. Where does that time go? It seems like it's yesterday. He was just born. He's almost a whole grown-up man. Shantali, how does that feel?
It feels like I'm in Twilight Zone. It's weird.
Well, I have gone through that twice with my sons and 3 times with all my kids, and it is a really weird feeling. When they're 16, it's like you're almost there, but you got time. But 16 is that weird, like my baby's almost grown, but ain't nothing like next time, and I'm gonna just tell you that.
I be a mess all year.
I think sons are a little bit different than daughters, so there's that weird feeling of, well, he's your oldest too, so it makes it a little bit different, but there's that weird feeling of it's hard to see them grow up, but you're kind of happy to see them grow up. But my daughter, I cried the whole year she was turning 18. Like, it's like my baby, I can't do it. But I was really proud to watch the White and Nathaniel transition. Maybe not use the word transition.
Yeah, that means something else. But you gonna have people asking them questions. They're gonna be like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Get over it. And every child is different. So Dwight is my middle child, and watching him was different. But Nathaniel is my baby, so it was the what you will undoubtedly feel with John. It was like, oh my God, this is it. I won't have another one. That was hard. But all of them will feel different to you at different times. But I'll be there. I'll be there with my shoulder and the Kleenex. We'll get through it together.
But I went through that, oh my God, I won't have another one phase, because I got my tooth tied the same day John was born.
Oh, wow.
I already know I'm not having another.
With that baby, every milestone is that this won't happen again. So it was the first time they walk, first time they get kindergarten, it'll just everything. This is the last time. So I cried like everything with Nathaniel. Because this is it. It won't ever happen again. Till they start having babies, and then it's like, good Lord, this keeps happening.
All right now, keep on with that. I ain't ready for all that.
So anyway, and on that note, happy Mother's Day to you, Shantali. You actually surpassed me in the mommy game. You get one more than me, but I congratulate you. I think you are a phenomenal mom. Shantali has done something I didn't. I think have the bravery to do. Homeschooling mom, and I think you're just a phenomenal mom. You do an amazing job with your children, raising them, pouring into them. You got business owners and just remarkable kids. So happy Mother's Day to you. we said this last year, and I want to say it again. Neither one of us would be where we are without Auntie Second Mom, Angelique. And so, although Angelique does not biologically have kids, oh my God, she's been there for both Shantali and I. You know, when I went through my divorce, Angelique was just there, and so we just my kids know Angelique as the second mom and the one that was there. And I know Angelique was really there for Shantali, so happy Mother's Day to you, Angelique. It's been an amazing aunt, and everybody should have an Aunt Angie. I always say that. Or sister like you, because everybody does. So it applies 100%. So thank you for all this.
Don't you start with what's going on with the moon? Go have your emotions.
You spent time, but you for sure spent money that you didn't have, and that has never gone unnoticed or unappreciated. So you have fed kids when you didn't have to. You bought clothes when you didn't have to, and goodness knows you have baby died. You have helped wean babies off of pacifiers and bottles and things. Countless diapers. So thank you. Thank you so much for the time. So I know this, I can talk about milestones. Watching all of the kids grow up is just as emotional for you as I was for Shantali and I. So kudos to you, my dear.
Thank you.
So, and then we'll be definitely shouting out our mom. What did you say, Johnny? Mother's Day to you as well.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to you and everybody else. You as well. Back at you.
Thank you so very much. Let's see. You guys were still very young when I first had Miara. You guys were like 12 or 14.
Yes. Yep.
I always laugh when I had my daughter. Angelique would treat Miara like she was a Barbie doll. I would pick Miara up, and Miara would have matching clothes to Angelique, and I would just be like, "She's not a doll."
But who else was I gonna do that with?
But many great memories come with that. All right. So here's some of our hot topics for today. Not a whole lot, but they're still hot and bubbly. So Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson are starting a podcast 30 years after the finale of Cheers called Where Everybody Knows Your Name. And they are going to recap
every episode of Cheers.
Yeah, they're going to talk about great guest stars they had, the episodes, experiences. They're going to talk to different stars and celebrities. And I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of thinking I'll check it out.
I might check it out because I know I've been listening to Seth Meyers and the Lonely Island Boys podcast. Every week, I look for that every Monday when I start work to play, and I have been loving it. It is hilarious. So I think I might check it out. No,
I've lived with Smart. So that's coming. I love Woody Harrelson. I love Ted Danson. I thought they would forget on Cheers together. They are absolute best friends, and so they are excited about the show because it will also allow us to look inside their friendship and hear their banter, how they talk. And so, the same way that we allow people inside our sisters, I think why not? Either you're gonna like it or you won't.
I ain't know friends on this one.
And people have been asked, and now it appears it is happening. There will be a spin-off to the horror reboot.
That's what I'm asking.
I was pretty sure I was fine when it was done. And I was actually done when he left, and then I was like real done when it ended. So I don't recall as for anything.
Well, some people have been calling it and asking for it, so there's going to be a spin-off. There's no details about the storylines or what it's going to be other than I do know there's, I guess, supposed to be this crew that's supposed to be. It's still going to be like the documentary style of the show, and they're supposed to be looking for this new story to be covering, and then they're going to, I guess, discover what the old author was doing. It's kind of not really super clear. There's no clarity on which former cast is coming back, or if any of them are. I do know most of the cast is open to it.
It's gonna have to do this right.
Right. I just kind of think maybe a nah. I think what would have been good is a movie, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, because Terrell, does he really have time for that? So it's like, if he felt like he's like without certain people, it's not though. That's why when he left, I kind of was like, this isn't as funny anymore, guys. Like.
How many of the original cast members have become superstars now? So yeah, including John. So and that was really one of his first jobs. But in the last him, Ellie, Craig Ferguson, so many of them, Craig Robinson, so many of them came blown up in on that. So
Ferguson, I was like, you were going to miss that episode? Okay, yeah, Robinson, yeah. He's like, I'm saying a lot of people that you would want to be back on it. I don't.
right.
They do it. No, if she would even have time to.
And she was like a lot of them aren't getting actors anymore.
Yes, and then the other ones that are like directors and producers now. So they are like, I don't know. Keith. I don't know.
The only way the White Shroot was on there still.
The only way it would work, it would be, and I don't think it would work. So, like the 90s, they had a new premise, but they allowed all of the former 70s show cast members to make all these major cameos. So that's the way I'm thinking it to do. And the same thing with the Frasier reboot. They allowed not all of some of the members to come back and make these cameos, but that show is such a staple. Like you're gonna have to find a way to confuse these people back in, but I think that's probably still not going to be what the people want. These people want their original team back together.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I don't know, Keith. So moving on. So the Barbie movie was such an amazing hit that there's another toy movie coming. Can you guess what toy movie is coming up next?
G.I. Joe.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, huh? Well, they've made some G.I. Joe movies. I don't know.
It is not G.I. Joe. If you think again.
I'm trying to think.
It's G.I. Joe. Marlon Wayans, G.I.
Yeah.
That's only started.
What is it?
You're not going to see it. I'm gonna let you go again. Because when I say you're gonna be like, oh, that's it.
I think I might be cutting out. But what era is it from?
From the 80s.
And it's not Barbie.
I was a boy toy. Oh, Tonka truck? Slow. Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay. I think I heard that.
I won't be rushing to the movie theaters for it's going to be a great movie, and they can anticipate that.
How are they making a Hot Wheels movie?
When do we start doing sound effects? What was that?
That needed to be you. I'm trying to figure out how you, because like Transformers built in, Barbie, yes, Lego, definitely. Hot Wheels?
You've been talking about Hot Wheels.
Because like Hot Wheels are sentient. They like so. Are we watching the movie about people playing with Hot Wheels? Are y'all gonna make the Hot Wheels sentient? I don't know what you're doing at this point. Like, I'm definitely not paying for that. I'm not buying that $12.
I don't even know if I was doing my subscriptions there. I might watch that on cable. I don't know.
What depends on who's making it? Because honestly, it better not be in the theater. Y'all just put that on the streaming channel. Don't hurt people's feelings like that. Don't make people have to see the box office sales about how bad they were. Just put it on streaming. Just quietly put those streaming.
Because it's going to be a live act, so it has to be a race car. Like, it has to be about the cars. And part of the Hot Wheels was the track, so they must be really going to be investing money in the cars and the drivers.
Yeah. But then it still would be. But it's like, but there's like no there's no Hot Wheels lore to like. I don't like. This is making my head hurt because it sounds like the only way I can imagine it working is like just make another speed racing movie, right? Because that would make more sense. Because that's kind of like how you have to do it because Hot Wheels cars aren't a thing outside of them just being a toy people play with.
But they put water bars in it. When you think back to.
But I was like, Barbie has movies. Barbie has, and she's a doll. Like, you can make a doll a speaking thing. Hot Wheels are just a car.
That's what I'm thinking. They must plan to invest in a storyline because the big thing about the Hot Wheels was it was tons of different cars. The boys who had the Hot Wheels had the collector's cases. It would have 40 different cars in them, and it was a Hot Wheels track, and you had the different tracks that would connect. They really be planning for writing about like a NASCAR type of film that has to be about the cars and the drivers. That's the only thing I can think of, which is really not my type of
Yeah, I'm really going blank on how this could because sometimes I'll hear like a movie coming out and I'm like, oh, I can see how they're gonna do that. Like when the first G.I. Joe movie, I was like, okay, I'm not surprised they made it more like your military, Transformers. Obviously, you knew they were gonna go with that. Barbie, not surprised they went that. Like Hot Wheels, I'm like, I can't even imagine because they almost have to make something up.
Exactly.
Or else it's a documentary. Like you go and visit a documentary. Like, well, like you have to almost make it up to be like, this is the history of like a family in a movie that's like passed down. Hot Wheels. I don't know where y'all going with this. I don't know. If it's getting made, it's getting made. Well, somebody shall see. I'll see the trailer.
Your thing. Perhaps you'll love the live action movie of Dora the Explorer, which is also coming out.
I saw the other Dora that was live action. They already did one, so I don't think we need to. But the other one was okay. I don't know why they're making another one.
They get a live action Dora the Explorer before?
Yeah. No. Yep. A few years ago.
I'm sorry. I'm out of the Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, it's like it's like a few years ago they made an update. So I'm like, I don't know why you're making another. But
I will be watching that, but I'm holding out for the live action version of Moana.
Okay, I've been wanting to see that since. Yeah, especially when The Rock said he was going to do it, and I was like, oh yeah.
Girl, I saw him do a little dance on the stage a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh.
Okay, twice.
That's how good it is. Okay, so, well, upcoming movies. Did you all know that Iron Man is coming out, and next to Will Smith will be Michael B. Jordan?
You said he'll be Michael B. Jordan. Dad? Yeah.
So that's an horror genre. So that's not my type of movie. That's probably the only Will Smith movie I've never seen.
I saw that. I saw that.
So I didn't see that. So her opinion on the I Am Legend.
I think it'll be good.
I like Michael B. Jordan as an actor, so
I like his face, but I think
a lot of other people like his face.
But I think the trolls gonna come for me with this.
You look a little slow in the face.
Hey now.
I do think he tends to overact sometimes. I think he tries too hard.
And that's hard heavy people when you try to you still have to direct somebody even if they're well known. So you can, as a director, you can be like, hey, Michael, let's you had a 10, let's take it down to about 6. Because like sometimes he does that in his fits. It's like perfect, and sometimes it's like woo, 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 woo. I feel like you're attacking me to the screen right now. A lot of energy happening.
I don't think he does this with dramatic roles, like a high drama.
No, I saw something he did. I think he did. I mean, first of all, let's be clear. He's not. I've ever been like one of my favorite actors. I just don't think he's a bad actor. He's just not one of my favorites. Right. But I think yeah. But I'm like, I think he could, if he directed correctly, I think he could do a good job. It is out of, because just the world of I Legend, he gonna have to have some kind of energy because not like it's a safe place to be. So I don't know. I when they first started talking about it and like when it got confirmed, I actually am looking forward.
Oh, well, let me know how I want it.
Yeah. I don't either, and I Am Legend wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Most of the movie is Will Smith walking around by himself and with a dog. Yeah, that's most of the movie. Is just him by himself with a dog, and that's about it. So that's most of them. Then it's like some scenes here and there.
Okay, pretty cool, and I'm not watching it. Okay, so I sat here and watched Bird Box, holding my eyes and my hands over my eyes, like they got one thing to go left, and I will throw the whole TV out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I never saw Bird Box.
I'm doing the same thing. I don't even think I watched the end. I was like, I can't. This is stressing me out.
I never saw it, so I take that word for it.
My nerves were shot with that movie, and it was a Bird Box too. I was like, I don't have enough minutes to handle a sitcom game.
I know I think I saw they're supposed to be making a prequel to, I don't know what you call it, Still in Silence. Quietly Walking. Everybody shut up or you die. Quiet Place. I know I'm going to get there eventually.
I haven't seen the first one because I know it's supposed to be similar to Bird Box, but I was like, I don't hear nothing about stay close to Bird Box.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the day one or something like when it's like it's probably when it first started. I've never seen any of them. Sometimes I plan to watch stuff, then I watch something else, and then I hear too much about the movie, and I'm like, well, I mean, watch it now.
I don't like horror, and I can do some thrillers, but when it's so much, and some people like jumping out, or the music where my heart sits straight and I can't really breathe, and like that's too much for me. Like, I can't. Woo, Lord, y'all.
I don't watch. I watch it more than either one of y'all, but I watch it enough. Like sometimes, not necessarily with that movie that I've seen, but I know sometimes all that loud noise and music is like, okay, but nothing is happening. So you can stop. You don't have to do that because nothing is actually happening on the screen. So all this rigmarole you're doing to build up tension but nothing happens. So this is a waste of everybody's time. Y'all trying to be like Jaws. Jaws can only do Jaws.
I'm going to hear this story and we're going to move on. I'm glad you said Jaws. So when I was 5, so Shani was a baby, Daddy took me to go see Jaws 3D before Shani was a baby. So Mama gets her hair done. We were in Indiana. And so you don't take a 5-year-old to see Jaws in 3D.
I know you were the mess.
Anything at all. Every time that on shark came on the screen, I literally was screaming. So about halfway through the movie, Daddy ripped the glasses off my face. He was just like, "Give me them glasses." He was like screaming and jumping in his eyes, and I have to think about it. Like, Daddy was in his early 20s. He's not enjoying this shit.
And here you go.
And I was like a little like, oh my God, I'll be like 3 in the theater. Like,
well, who can enjoy the movie now? Who can enjoy the movie now? all this going on over here. No, that. Now I know I watched Jaws, and that just made me start liking Shark Week and sharks. So I think I had a different experience.
I was 5. That was weekend. Before we do the rest of our show, let's go over the top 40 iconic films and see if you find your favorite mom. Y'all ready?
To the top. Yes.
We're going to count down from 40 to number 1. At number 4 from television is Roseanne.
Which way are we going? Let me
I can count down from 40 down to 1. I thought as a mom, Roseanne was a pretty good mom. Yeah, to me, she had horrible kids. I thought she was a pretty good mom. And I thought she was actually a pretty good wife. Considering...
I was okay. I was stuck on Roseanne now. I'm back. She was a good mom. She tried to be better than her mom.
Right. And considering where the class of financial class and where they were, like she was trying to keep everything, fair and keep everything was. I thought she had and deal with especially Rebecca together.
I thought Darlene was worse than her because she was just. I gotta watch it again. Mm-hmm. Darlene tried to thought she was better than everybody else.
I thought Becky's the oldest.
No, Darlene thought she was smarter than everybody.
Right. They did I can't handle this family. That is, Becky's the one that ran and got married.
Yeah.
Her woman that used to talk that. Becky was worse.
Maybe. Okay, I see.
Darlene definitely thought she was smarter. Number 39 is Beverly Goldberg from the Goldbergs. I didn't actually do the show after it was canceled.
I've never watched the show, so I couldn't tell you. I've never watched the show. So.
Like her, the actress.
Yeah, I like Wendy. She was from Reno 911.
Oh no, the white lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who. I guess I plan to because I'm like, I love her. She's hilarious to me. I just never got back to it.
Yeah,
she's good.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch the last season, but she's pretty good. Number 38 is Jean Stapleton, Edith Bunker.
I actually just watched somebody do a whole a retrospective thing about the show and stuff. I think for how she would have grown up in that time, she did the best she could do.
Well, that's a good way. I don't know if I would her my pretty, but
because she had some amazing mother moments. Like that was like, wow, okay, Edith. But
I think she had some amazing wife moments. She has been the artist.
I can't remember her too much as a mother, because I just know she was like her main focus. To me, seemed like it was Archie.
Yeah, but I know that episode when she was great. Oh my God!
Just go. Yeah, we gonna have a discussion about it.
That was a hard. That was the only episode where you saw Archie have a heart.
Yeah.
That one, she deserved the Emmy and everything. She acted her butt off.
She did. She did for that one.
Yeah. And considering the time, it wasn't happening.
She was ready to go. Watching interviews, they was asking why she left. She said she was ready to go, and there wasn't anything else she could do with the character.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. She unalive, right?
Yeah, she was in she let or something and she just got an accident or something like that.
And his character first after he wasn't there.
A lot of things they really could have let the show go way earlier. They drug that puppy out, but yeah.
And he got another show, and I was like,
and it was not necessary. It was not necessary. Everything about it was not necessary.
And just addendum before we go through the list. The whole reason why he did In the Heat of the Night was because he said he did not want to be remembered as Archie Bunker because of how racist that character was.
Yeah, he was all the is and obvious. No, not at all.
All of him said he had to embrace that.
And he was successful because when I hear his name, my first thought isn't always that. It's usually In the Heat of the Night and that's all. He did it because that's not the only thing I remember him for.
Because he got up in people's grips on In the Heat of the Night.
He was really good on him.
Okay. All right. The next mom, this is my girl, Jane Wyatt, as Margaret Anderson from Father Knows Best. And that was a little step back.
Okay, I can't even remember her. So I'm gonna let you ride with this one. I'll take your opinion. I'll concur there. I'll concur.
I can barely remember her, but it seemed like she was more balanced to me than Donna Reed. Like she would speak up more to me.
More balance with Valerie and Leave It to Beaver's mom.
Oh my God. Was she even a fully formed human being on Leave It to Beaver? That was like, oh my, I watched that when I was older. I'm like, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
And her husband at a time didn't really do that so much.
Yeah.
That's what I like about that film. Is Katie Seagal and Peg Bundy from Married with Children. Lord, you don't feel.
No, okay. Are they just saying popular? Because I know they're not saying best.
No, I kept that icon.
Okay. Okay, I will give you iconic. I will give you a yes. She is definitely iconic.
I didn't really watch Married with Children like that. So.
No, I didn't watch. I'm saying I remember. I put it this way. I saw like a couple episodes and I was like, I don't even want to sneak to watch this because this makes me feel bad.
I watched it as I got older, and I even tried to watch it later in life. It was just like, how did people love them?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like, this character was like all of the characters, like
there's nobody. There's nobody to like. Like I didn't like anybody. Like I don't like any of y'all. No, who do you like? The dog, kinda, because the dog was problematic. So it's like dog and problems too. I was like, I don't. But I will give you iconic. Like far as
and it was on for I think what 11.
It was on for a long time.
Yeah. So it was what it was. All right, next mom girl right here, Barbara Stanwyck as Victoria Barkley from Big Valley. Now, baby.
Okay. When she was like, when she changed out them dresses and put them pants
on her ride pants.
Okay, something's about to go down.
She was the one.
And she handled them boys. Like her boys was the fast boys, but he was head of the table. Okay.
It's like sometimes when I think back about where I got started on like imagining like stuff with like fanfics and stuff, I was like, I think that was one of the first times I ever like made up something in my mind, and I was like, her and the dad from Bonanza. I was like, that would have been a power family. What? Because that one, she would not have died like all her other wives. She would not have died like the other wives.
Mary being hurt, and the whole West would have been down.
Man, she would have wrangled Lil Joe in.
She ain't no way they think cute, but ain't no way they could have been married.
In my mind, Johnny, can I just? Can I didn't say it. Hey, see, this is what y'all try to mess up in my imagination. None of that happened. It was great. Leave it alone and stop trying to ruin. Stop trying to yuck my yums.
The only thing from Big Valley, the Lord offered himself.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Like that movie kept going just because she was pretty. I did not like that.
She got on my last nerve.
Grifter, con man.
They gonna come through in 4 hours and she gonna try to tear down the whole family.
They would be like, Audra, we don't trust him.
No, cause see, no, I think Adam would have stepped up and got Audra together. He'd have been like, Pa, step mama, I got it. Don't worry about it.
I believe it's in my heart. I think, what was the oldest brother's name?
Adam.
Not Michael Landon, but the older brother. I think he had the bigger
heart. Adam. Or are you talking about Hoss?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have got her together. He wouldn't have got her together. He would have wanted to. Hoss would have beat up everybody else, every man trying to do something to her, but he wouldn't have did nothing with it. Lil Joe ran all over the top of Hoss. The only person that got Lil Joe together was Adam. So Adam would have wrangled her in. That's what I said. Adam wrangled Lil Joe in. He would have got her together. You better sit down.
No. It was the one that wasn't a big birthday brother that was when he would come in, he'd be like, now see, I gotta come from town
Yes.
Because you don't listen.
And, like, I hated it because they wrote her keep falling for the same thing. It was like you knew when the episode, if there was any focus on her, you knew she gonna be kidnapped. She might be kidnapped. She's gonna be kidnapped.
You just don't understand their story. Okay.
I'm like, I did not like anything about her character at all. Not even a little. Like, I hated how they wrote her. Like, this is like, how would a girl like this with a mama like, how would a girl with a mama like this be raised like this? This don't even make sense.
Be real fine herself, but she still was stupid.
She loved her. If it was a cute dude, her brain was instantly turned off. She was like, what thinking? I don't think. He's gorgeous. Okay, well, countdown when we're gonna give it 5 minutes before they realize they gotta go rescue her. And I'm like, you got a brother that's a lawyer and he gotta come out of his lawyerly life to come get your behind.
He was the one that was up, but when you have to come get it, it's like,
I just want to apologize. Be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry she's doing this to you. I'm sorry.
he was frustrated at he was just trying to live for life.
That's what I think. I think him and Adam would have got along because Adam didn't want to come back either because he was in the big city. And I think he was going to law school. He was in law school too. They probably both looked at like, here we go. They both would have complained about their youngest siblings. One with Audrey and him with Little Joe talking. Here we go. Because they had the same Little Joe a few times too.
Little Joe was a little hothead.
Yes.
Okay, we all copy. Here we go.
We all copy.
Next mom, I didn't watch the next mom is Barbara Gittens, who was on Dallas LEU. So I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch Dallas. I heard of it, but I don't even know who that person is.
The next mom is Nancy Walker. I had a more concern with Rhoda, not she was so. Rhoda was
I don't think I watched it enough to have an opinion on that. Like, I know I've seen some. I not recently, and I don't remember enough.
Is Nancy Merchant as Lydia Soprano from The Sopranos.
I've never watched The Sopranos, so I don't know how she was as a mother. I know how she was as an icon. I know how she was as an icon. Like, I know the look of her and how she acted from clips, but I've never watched the show.
The next Morgan as Endora from Bewitched. She was some type of mother. She was a man.
You talking about the mom from Bewitched?
The mother.
Oh yeah, she was a lot.
Yeah, I love her.
Next is Allison Jennings, who played Bonnie Plunkett from Mom. That is one of my favorite shows.
I like this thing she does.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was that show was hilarious for the except for the last season.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I knew that was gonna be
I'm like, what's going? Oh yeah.
After the show, I was like, this show's gonna be down. The next is Mars Simpson, and she's at number 9. Simpsons.
I can see why she's there.
Next is Tracy Ellis Ross, Dr. Rainbow Johnson from Black.
Okay.
Definitely goes on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Morticia Adams, the Addams family, from the original Addams.
She was. I mean,
he more sensitive. I like any version.
She and definitely get iconic. Yes, she definitely deserves one. And I love their relationship is just fun to watch.
Next is Harriet Nelson from The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. I really love her as a mom.
I did not watch that enough to have an opinion, so I'll let you. I'll just concur. I'll concur with you because I don't know enough.
You can. I think it's on TV.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
You're lying to me. All right.
Maybe subconsciously.
Because of that on purpose.
One of the most iconic mamas we'll ever have is Dixie Lawrence Harper from Mama's Best.
Oh yeah.
She's the best mamas ever.
Yes.
I was just watching that and I love her.
That's Well, it's not about being a good mom. Just iconic mother.
Yeah, she was younger
What
than
is that? Oh,
she was younger
Carol
than
Burnett. Yeah.
They said she was 18 when she was on the before they had the TV show by itself. When she was on there, yeah, she was 18. They hired her because Carol Burnett needed somebody to play her younger sister in a lot of sketches.
And I, for years, thought they were really sisters. Like, I'm talking about years. I thought those two were really sisters.
Next is Constance Wu as Jessica Huang from Fresh Off the Boat.
I've never watched it.
Add that to my list.
Yeah, I've heard that's one of the things. I've heard good things.
They have swept the award or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've heard good things, but none of the hearing of the good was like, man, let me go catch up and watch it. It was just like, wow, way to go.
Perfect. One of the next iconic songs that is our girl Donna. It's Donna Stone and the Donna Reed show. And Donna was, she was cool now. She's just.
Well, Donna Reed is
I definitely watched that. So like when Nick at Night was first on, and every once in a while I watch when it's on MeTV and stuff. I'm in a different headspace right now, and I just can't do the quintessential perfect woman housewife type.
I just have the same song in my head right now while you're talking, so it's just same song. Yeah, it just played in my head. One is like, yeah, it's a catchy theme song.
I remember the thing I really talk about Donna Reed is I used to love how she dressed, like her outfits and everything.
Were really good. Yeah, beautiful, great gown, beautiful gown.
Yeah, that was funny. This is funny. I didn't think of her name, Mrs. Beef Cleaver.
Yes.
I thought this is funny. Donna was actually funny.
That poor thing.
Everybody ran over Mrs. Beaver.
I didn't think Nancy's mom was funny. Nancy's funnier than her.
Some of these mothers, like, they might as well not even gave them names. It's just been like, when they, like, because that was back in the day when they would, like, name everybody, like, during the credit, like, they say it out loud. And they would just been like, and that's Mrs. Beaver, the mother. Because y'all did not give her, why she got a character name? For what reason? For what? Why she got a name? For what reason? For what? And they could have called her Mrs. Beaver, Beaver's mother. Ma'am, miss, get me something to drink. Cause y'all did not do nothing else with her. She wanted to use it for nothing else. Y'all did her dirty.
Coming in at 21 is Karen Grasso and Carolyn Ingalls from House of Carolyn.
Okay now. What?
Thanks. That's everything, right?
Man.
Carolyn held it.
She held down the homestead. And you found out that she actually came from money, so she actually had to change her whole life to live this way. I was like, Karen, you go, Karen. She said, no, I'm not. And
she had, like, you know,
and she did it. And she always was like classy with it. Like, she didn't yell, but she would always just calmly put her in her place. Like, okay. Cause she had her pride. Now she had her pride. Like, no, I know we need money, but okay now, we don't need it that bad.
But she had her pride. And when they lost Charles Jr., she was like, I forget about no guy.
Oh,
Which was like, let's pray for like.
Pray to who? Pray to who? For what? Your mama pray. Cause the Charles, Chuck. That time right now. I'm gonna go ahead and let that go.
How about when the Pop, I can't remember his name right now. Lil Joe had to go.
I didn't say Big Charles.
She had to stay there by herself, and she had to pull a gun a couple times.
Yeah,
girl.
Cause she had, that's what I'm saying. What was she gonna do? Call him and be like, "Come back home"? Wait, nah. If he was gone, you hit.
Handle a gun now.
Yeah, when she was like, "Girls, go here."
They had the guy came and helped, and he got breath with her, and she was like, "I will kill you."
Thank you.
don't think you understand.
What's gonna happen?
No, wait, no, that's dealt with him. But when the guy tried to kiss her, and Mary walked in and thought she saw that she was cheating on Charles, and Mary caught herself trying to check her, and she slapped the fire out of her.
Let me tell you something, girl.
That's what you go through.
And that's when it started. And she slowly started going blind from that moment. Yeah, but she wasn't nothing to play with. She was not nothing to play with. She was not a Mrs. Beaver.
Oh God. She went
Oh yes. Oh yes. He wasn't just running all over top of her head. No, sir. She was like, I'm gonna do my part and you gonna do your part. Then we all in this together. Yeah. She definitely does.
Yeah. I kind of get it. Let's see. Next is Shirley Jones, the Partridge Family.
Barely. What did she do? Like, yeah, like I remember the Partridge Family, but like I can't remember anything about her.
She went through a divorce, I think, and she got them kids together and they created a band to supplement themselves. She was a leader, and she went through a divorce, and so she had to keep all of them together.
Okay, yeah.
But especially then, with her being divorced.
Yeah, because normally they would have wrote her as a widow.
Yeah,
she would not have been divorced. Normally would have wrote her as a widow. They were like, you could be single, but you would have had your husband had to die. You can't be single and he's still living.
Not his widow. He did die. She was widowed, but she had adolescent kids to get them together, and they ended up becoming singers and going on tour. But still holding 5 kids together. That's a lot.
I remember like the show and the plot. I just can't remember. Like I don't remember enough about. No, I'm just saying like I can't I'm saying like I remember. I know what I'm saying. I don't remember. I'm saying I could like as her being iconic. I can yes, I know enough to be like, but I'm like I can't remember anything like about her. Like I couldn't be like and that one scene like I don't know enough about Partridge Family.
But I know people to this day are a part of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, coming in at number 19.
Really?
Ricardo.
Yes. Whatever you about to say. Yes.
But I don't think I'm looking at the mom. I think I'm looking at Ricky's wife.
Ta. She got pregnant and she had a baby, so she goes on the list.
I remember that, but I think there's far more to know about her.
Yeah, it's a stretch. I think they wanted to just add Lucy, so they was just like, she was pregnant, she had baby, so she's a mother. even though she was single on the show, I think, well, no, I know whatever. Y'all kind of stretching because nobody's thinking about I Love Lucy in motherhood. Y'all, but
he got in as his wife, but okay.
Yeah, I think her and Ethel doing stuff, but okay.
A clown, maybe. So this is number 18 is Meredith Baxter as Elise from Family Ties. That show was funny, and
Yep.
And I actually recently started watching it again on Paramount Plus, and I didn't think it would still be funny to me some years later, but I was like, it's really well written and directed, and it actually is still funny. She was a really good mom. When I was at the middle, I remember her. This conservative kid, like it was a great show. I didn't, and I also didn't realize it was on so long.
Yeah. I know. I like. Yeah, no, they didn't have to do it. I did like how they wrote this. I like how they wrote it.
Yeah, I like that. At least from what I remember. I might not know now, but
it's for me. I think. This is Connie Britton and Kevin Taylor from Friday Night Lights. That's another show. I love Connie Britton, but I didn't watch her Friday Night Lights. That's another show that I kicked in going to watch, and the point hasn't happened yet.
So, really, I'm like, okay, all right, okay.
Next is Bonnie and Romano from One Day at a Time. One Day at a Time with the Devil.
I don't know if I have even watched it, or if I did, I don't remember.
I watched it in the 80s when it actually was. I haven't watched it, as an adult.
I'll concur with you because I'm like, I know the show, I know the name, But I'm like, it's a big old blank after that. So.
And we did drag this woman for the last 20 minutes. We're coming to number 15. It's Barbara Billingsley as June Cleaver from Legion.
Sorry, you.
It definitely would not be 15 on my list.
Yeah, I don't know why she's that high, unless because she's a mother from an old show. I don't know why she's that high. Like I don't know. I would have her at 15 on a. I don't think she's an iconic mom to me.
I get like I think about the world of an iconic mom here, but she's not on Leah's list of iconic.
No, she could be on the world's list. My list, she's not even on it. But she's on somebody's list. Here you go, June, number 15.
Next at number 14 is Penelope Alvarez from the reboot of One Day at a Time.
What?
I thought she did a great job.
I've seen neither one. Neither one are ringing any bells.
Yeah. The reboot is I love it. It's got with Rita Moreno and Latino work.
Yeah. It was good. I wish it had been that by next season.
Yeah. Number 13 is Mandy Moore's Rebecca Pearson from This Is Us. Now let's see.
Oh, I haven't watched all of it. I remember Mom was watching, but from what I saw, yeah, she was good.
You can't watch that show, but it's
really. I was like, okay, every time I would walk in and see a piece, I'm like, what? Everybody's always so emotional. Anytime, a piece of the episode, somebody is just emotions everywhere.
That show was like guttering everything. I think the first 3 seasons, it was like Sony Kleenex just out.
I think that's probably why I haven't watched it, because I'm like, I can't watch a show that's like that often. That it's just like, I can say can't, but I'm like, I don't think I would just be burnt out. Like, I would have to take so many breaks in like streaming it to watch it. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch that episode or 2 and I'll come back in a few months. Y'all go wear me out. I can't do it.
It's a great show.
Yeah, that's what I said. What I've seen and what I know about it, yeah, it is a very
amazing. And she did a great job as matriarch of the show. And they did a good job showing her young and showing her older, like the transition for her. They did the makeup department, pseudo. They did an amazing job with her. And Mandy Moore, she came out with Jessica and Brittany and Christine and all that.
And then she was like, you know what? I want to act. It really seemed like Mandy did like a couple things, and then she was like, actually, I want to be an actor. I'm out, y'all. And she just left. She was like, she didn't.
A great point, but I don't blame her. Like, I'm not. No.
Because they were trying to make her be Brittany and Jessica and Christina, and it was like, but we already have a Brittany and Jessica and Christina, and men she was just they worked her career. They were going to ruin her career before it even started. I'm happy she was acting because she's been way better off doing it.
Yeah. Coming in at number 12 is Deborah Jo Rupp and Kitty Foreman in the 70s.
Yes, yes, all the yeses, yes. Love her, hilarious. Love that she's always slightly tipsy. For real, like, you know how many times I've used her gift of her drinking big giant. Like, she just, I love her. Like, I just love how she's always like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna deal with that. I love her.
Would you think her character, like, she gets it and she just don't care?
She don't care. She got it. Well, like, you pretty sure I didn't hear you.
I said, would you think that her character, she's a little bit simple, or she gets it and she just don't care?
She gets it and doesn't care.
Some way she gave her.
Yeah, she's one of the smartest people in the house. She just don't care. Because she's like, y'all not gonna stress me out. She'll deal with what she has to deal with.
She know her out.
Yeah, but
she know her husband is. Her husband's mom, the workout mostly. Was it her husband's mom? Her mom that was real mean to her all the time.
His mom, wasn't it? No, her mom. Because when it came out in the 90s, though, they had to say the character was gone. Because I think the lady who actually played her had passed between the shows.
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she was like rarely get surprised by things that happen. Like not so much like with their son, and she would be like never. It's the reason she was never really surprised because she was lots of she already knew. And she just was like, I'm not dealing with that today.
You know she wasn't oblivious because she'd be laughing and then walk away and then say something under her breath.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was like, none of y'all listen to me. Y'all just want to eat and go over, so I don't have nothing to say. She's like,
and I feel really quick. What is your opinion on Ashton? They're making the show based upon them writing letters for Danny Masterson for his him being in court. So because of that, they're just not going to come back to the show.
I can understand why that's happening. I mean, I can understand why.
Do you think they deserve to be like they're a blackballed right now? And I don't know that they deserve that because initially when they wrote for him, they didn't have all the facts that ended up having when they court. So they didn't necessarily know that he really did what he did. So at the point, it was kind of like they didn't have all the proof that was irrefutable. So it was like that was still their friend. Like I'm not accusing it, but if your friend is saying, "I swear I didn't do it," and remember when he first went to court, it didn't have all. It was kind of looking more to like it was in his favor. And then when they got to court, we have these letters, and it was like, oh, it's undeniable that he did. But now you have these letters, like them begging the court to free him, and like he's a person that they just didn't know. So I think that people like are horrible people and shouldn't do. You know, they should have said this. I think they shouldn't have maybe just said nothing and just stay neutral. But it's done. But people like bashing them and trying to cancel them. Like, I don't think that's.
Yeah, I don't know why. Did you say that they didn't want them on the show, or they chose not to be on the show?
They chose not to stay with.
I think you know
that's
well, I think because they're doing what Roseanne did, and it's like if me being here is going to do damage to the show, I don't need to be here. Simple as that.
I don't think Roseanne had a choice.
No, she didn't. No, she no, but I'm saying I'm not. No, she had no choice to cheat. I'm saying she could have fought a cheat, but I'm saying the fact that she didn't, like she just gave, was like, I'm not gonna fight, like whatever. I'm saying you gotta. They're like, if why would we risk the show because we want to be on it? Like they don't have to be on the show because the show is not even about them, so they don't have to be on the show. Their kids living with Kitty anyway, Kitty and Red. So,
right.
Like, I think it's smart, and I think it's a smart decision, and just do what you gotta do with.
I think it's smart to dig into their personal life and starting to say stuff about Ashton and his relationship with her, his wife before she was an adult. So and some other stuff. So I think it was smart for them to just lay low, because if they was on the show, then they'd be picking them apart all the time, even more.
And I have issues. Now, I will say I have issues with people bring that up now, because I'm like, how long have they been together? Now you upset about it? Like, if there's people that's like, I've always had a problem with that, and I've never liked it, I don't have a problem with those people. I have a problem with people now being like, hey, no. You didn't care when it happened. We didn't care when it happened. And they've been together 55,000 years. Nope. You can't be retroactively mad. Because you mad about something else.
I'm almost done with the list. So coming at number 11 is Julie Bowen as Claire Dunn from Modern. I think she's one of the most iconic moms. I can see what I can never watch you. Yeah. Next is Meg as Violet Crowley from Downton Abbey.
I have not seen any piece of Downtown Abbey.
That's the Maggie. She be doing her thing.
I know what it's called, but when I first saw it, I thought about what I want to pay attention. I was like, Downtown Abbey. And I was like, Downtown. Well, either way, I haven't watched it. Any of it.
I to watch it, but now it's like movies and everything into it, and I'm like, I'm really gonna watch it.
Like, I know people that like talk about it, like really, really into it, and I'm like, I know. I tried to start watching like I think like one episode, and I was like, ooh, either this is kind of boring, or I'm not in the right headspace yet. So I will come back while I make a decision because it didn't move me at all. But okay.
Watch Background because I know that's like all the rage too. Next, number 9 is Michael Lerner as Olivia Walton from The Wall. Now, I definitely see why she's one of the iconic moms, why she made the top 10. But Lord, that is precious show.
It really is. Because I remember. I remember one time we like our the cable was off, but that whatever time that was on was too long, so I would just be like let that play, and I would be like, I forgot that this was so depressing all the time.
Well, it's depressing era.
Yes, but they're depressing. Like I was like, I get like the time, they're always like, do we have each other? But I'm like, but y'all actors don't always seem happy to have each other. Like it was just, it's a good show, but okay. Definitely the depression era.
I mean, it's like Carol and like they didn't always have a lot. They didn't always have a lot of food, but when they would be like, we have to stretch this meat or stretch this, they would be like, well, we got what we got. We're thankful for it. But for Walter, they'd be like, you got this little bit now. Just don't like it.
That's what it was. That's different. Little House on the Prairie didn't always talk about whatever they were struggling with. The Walton constantly talked about it. Was like, I'm like, we get it. Y'all are struggling. We got it. We get it. Y'all struggle every season.
Nobody told y'all to have 10,000.
Really? And I'm like, I got it. We don't need to hear it. Like it was constantly, we're struggling. We might not make this. We don't have that. Yes, we do know. We all know.
And I like the grandfather in there out of everybody. I think I like the grandfather in there.
Yeah, because he was happy. Yeah, because he was fucking happy and he was always trying to live and do stuff, and everybody else was always kept telling him, "You can't, because we can't afford it."
But John Boy finally got a good job this way. Not to make him feel bad for it.
Oh my god, I was like, see, and that's why sometimes when you go back and watch stuff when you're older, it's like, ooh, y'all are kind of not a great family.
Actually, every last one of them. Every time any one of the siblings, because as we were going for Britain, every last one that got a job, one of the sisters became a nurse, he moved away, and the other get jealous. Well, just because you became something, got you a husband, just because you got a wife, I'm like, oh my God, they ain't gonna own the plantation.
I think they kind of did. I think they did. I think they did him the worst though. I think they did him even worse than they did the sister that was a nurse.
But he always had them. He always had them dreams, and he made it out. So do him like that.
But the thing is, like they acted like they wanted him to go and do that. But like when he went and did that, it was like, well, y'all gaslighting this right now.
The sister that I think was the older sister, she got married to a nurse, and one of the sisters, she was so jealous of her.
She was, yeah.
And I was like, "This Lord."
And I think it was the one that was like way more focused on like everything but like school and work and stuff. So it was like, yeah, okay, but see, this sister was like, I'm going to get good grades and I'm going to get up out of here and do something. You the one did you didn't do your best. You ain't got no money for college. You better do some more now.
Went to school. It was that she got married, and I think she married money, if I remember correctly.
Well, to them, what's a lot of things. Money at what level? I mean, I'm just. I don't think he was like a wealthy baron, but he was. He comparatively, she might as well marry a billionaire. I'm just saying. But it's like they always like would tell them how they were struggling. I'm like, if you tell them that y'all are struggling back home, they're gonna feel responsible to help you. But then they will get mad and be like, "We don't need your charity." Well, why'd you bring it up? Like I was like, this y'all not gonna make me crazy with a fake show. Going back to Little House on the Prairie. They was happy. And when their kids grew up and left, they left them alone and adopted another little boy from out of town.
Mary's husband was fairly wealthy on that line too. Like Mary.
Oh, he was really wealthy.
Mary's money. They actually downplayed it for the TV show. Like he really was wealthy.
They downplayed a lot for the TV show.
Among those, both husbands wasn't wealthy.
No, so, I think he owned a business, so that would already put him in up. Yeah,
but they were happy for each other. Like
yes,
them walk was like, oh.
Yeah, that's I'm like,
And wait, and then don't let somebody that make it home for Sunday dinner. They see them like you straight or you angry. Like can a person miss a supper or two?
Man, when they just started dating and they would like want to go out on a date on like the normal time they be having dinner, and it's like, you're not bringing them over for dinner? No, I'm not, because I want to go on a date and not bring my date into a house with 50,000 people. Really? That's what I'm saying. Like on Real House on the Prairie, when all their kids were the main set. All them grew up, they got married, they moved to the city. They left. They was like, y'all grown, y'all good. We gonna go ahead and move. We gonna go move to the city. Like I was like, this is
you right, y'all. And here in the school, they was like, "Good, I got you out."
Yep, and then adopted another little boy. We gonna raise another little child. It's complicated. Like that's
people didn't get through this. All right, number 8 is Jane Cashmere as Lois on Malcolm in the Middle. She was some kind of mom.
Yeah, because I don't really like how she treated not the oldest son. Not really the oldest son. The oldest son in the house, the one in the house, not the oldest one, but the oldest one in the house.
Right.
Because he sometimes he did stuff, but sometimes he was like he would be getting set up by his brothers to make it look like he did stuff, and he didn't do it. And it was just no questions asked. You did it. You in trouble. I was like, this is kind of, I don't really like this. I don't like how this is set up.
I tried to, and I mean, it was funny, but I didn't love it. Like I couldn't watch it the way some people love it.
Yeah, I like when, in some ways, I like when it wasn't a lot of, like when everybody was kind of cool. It was like this. It's one of the things for me after a while. I was like, if I start thinking too much about the dynamics, I'm gonna get upset.
Right. Yeah. And I don't like for the wife also to be the husband, and I don't like so where the husband is like that. Well, let me stop not say that, because Modern Family, the husband was like that. But like I heard somebody talking about it earlier today, like where they have the shows where. And they was using Paul Blart as an example, but King of Queens.
Oh, okay.
Because they had like a string of shows like Everybody Loves Raymond, where it was like a husband that wasn't really a protector, maybe a provider, definitely wasn't a protector, definitely wasn't a good husband, and the wife was mad and frustrated all the time at them. And it's like why did they have all those shows like that where like the husband is like clueless or misogynist and like has a good wife, or like clueless and being beat down all the time? Like
I don't really think King of Queens was really as much like that. Like they had moments, but not. It wasn't. Now, everybody look Raymond. I cannot stand that show. I can't stand that show just for that reason. I can't watch it because of how Raymond and his wife. I can't. It's like every time I kind of watch it, I'll be having a good moment. It'll be something that's funny, and then their dynamic, and it'll just be, I'll get irritated. I'm just like, why are you yelling at him like that? Why are you acting like a punk and over at mama? Why do I have to be like, I just can't. It just would get on my nerves, and I'm like, nah, I'm no longer enjoying the funny. You see what happened?
Yeah, I like those Raymond. She was frustrated all the time because he was a mama's boy that wouldn't stand up for her.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it would be sometimes where it wasn't that. That's what I'm saying. It was like, I'm like, that makes sense. Something need to be said. But it would be other times just like, this is not. What? And sometimes I'll be like, why are y'all still married? Like, why are y'all even still together? Because sometimes I'm like, are y'all like each other? Okay. But, that's just everybody like different things. I can't. That's not one of my. I prefer King of Queens over that. I just do.
I agree with both. I don't necessarily like Raven and his wife's dynamic. I think everybody loves Raven basically for the brother. I mean, the older brother, and I like Jared. But and the parents are way too much, and the mother with Raymond is like,
I can't.
That I
this and that was beyond Mama's boy. Like
I get my never out. I do.
But then you gotta ask, okay, this is obviously not new behavior. So you married a man. So
she didn't know it was that bad until they moved across from each other, right? Sometimes some stuff you don't take some personal experience. Some stuff they hold back. You don't know until after them I knew everything happened. You like, you wait. Because they did flashbacks and they were showing how their relationship was. What changed it was when Deborah had that first baby, and then they moved across. That's what changed their relationship. That's when she started taking more control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think she didn't. She knew their relationship like that, but they didn't live that close, so it wasn't as big of an issue. But them being that close made it work.
Yeah, I was gonna say also, I really loved it though. He didn't know it was that bad. They moved there either. Like he was like, she's a nutcase. I'm like, he didn't know how bad his really was. Sometimes that happens too. Like I think there's been a mama's boy where he's like, but my mom, like he's like, I don't want. I wish he would have moved, but I guess that. But the funny thing is, this Lucy is based on his real life story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember hearing about that, and I was like, how loose? Please be very loose. Please tell me this is not your flight. Be very loosely based.
Let's finish this up. So coming at number 7 is Esther Roll as Florida as a Good Time. Yeah, but that's more depression. But
yeah, we'll give it.
I see why she makes the top 10 iconic moms. I don't, not my top 10, but she would have made my list, but not top 10.
Yeah,
I thought she did a good job trying to keep her household together, trying to keep her kids from being statistics out of the street, knowing who they were, having some type of spirituality, respect for God, respect for themselves, for the time period, for where they lived. I thought she did even a little bit better than Jane for getting the ghetto, but you're not product of the ghetto.
Because she never let them start acting like, I don't want to, because I'm like, that term gets thrown around a lot when it's just talking about everyday relationships, but she didn't want them to start acting like drug addicts or gang members or whatever that could be living in the area they were. But she was like, I didn't raise y'all to be like that. So y'all not gonna act like that.
Like they kids on the cartoon. Look at what
for real. What the cartoon? How the cartoon is? Florida would be rolling over her grave. If she saw what y'all doing to the line. Speaking of that, I watched somebody run because I cannot even give the view to Netflix. I'm like, I didn't want them to think who want to see it. But I saw somebody review, they watched the whole first episode. I gotta see all the video. I was literally in like mental pain just listening to them discuss it. And I was like, I couldn't watch this. I can't watch this. This is shameful. This is shameful. Like this, I rarely hear, like, usually I'm just like, a show is bad or it's not that good or it's just that's not my flow. This show is shameful, and everybody needs to be ashamed who was involved. Like,
really, scrolling on YouTube that the siblings were on the Breakfast Club talking about it. I didn't watch it, but I want to see what they had to say.
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy Walker pitched it initially as an animated show like 5 years ago, picking up from where the show left off. To answer questions like what happened when they left, projects and just moving them forward. The actual family.
Which I probably would have liked.
Sadly, nobody wanted to see that. So it was kind of put a pin in it.
For real.
And then presented back to them where it kind of ended up. So it was told like it's been kind of rebooted, rewritten a little bit, and then they were asked to lend their voices to it, Jenny and Bernadette Stanis. And so Bernadette Stanis said that she knew her character was not Thelma, it was Peaches, but she said it was a little bit different, but she's okay with it. But they wasn't told the whole rewrite. So they honestly didn't know how much it was different till the rest of us found it. So they feel totally hoodwinked and disappointed. And Jimmy Walker made a good point. He was like, I love Seth MacFarlane. I think what he does or what he does. His bag. He shouldn't have been writing it.
He really shouldn't.
I kept saying, like, he shouldn't have been doing this.
And
that's one thing I found out. So when you think about, I kept hearing him say, well, I started this with Norman Lee. But when you started this, you started different products than what it ended up being.
Thank you.
That was like when Norman Lee what you started to develop products. Different things.
Because I'm like, Norman, like, his shows wasn't that. They weren't that. So I don't like no.
Lyrics not that. So you could be saying, but I don't look like Norman ever put out.
No. Even the stuff that he put out that people had problems with, legitimate criticism, right? Talking about, wasn't that. It was just like, hey, you probably could have avoided some of the stuff you did if you had some more black people in the writing room. But but it still wasn't this abomination on that. Like, it wasn't whatever that is. And that, like, cause even like the guys I was watching talking about it, they were like, one of them was like, and I can't believe Seth did this. Why do people keep saying that? The only reason you can be surprised that Seth could have wrote something like this is if you are just being willfully blind. Like, this is not. Have you seen some of the stuff he's wrote in his shows that's currently still on? He's been on that. He has been on and crossed the line several times. just point it out. So I was like,
he's known for irreverent, known for pushing, but that wasn't the space.
No.
For totally all black, something that iconic in the story, something like Good Times. That wasn't his bag to pick up.
No.
He touched it. He knew better. And he's going to end up having to pay for that. I haven't seen anything positive.
No, me neither.
Say that they like it.
I have not, no.
And that's what I feel like. I feel like a white woman
because it is, that's what I'm saying. It is shameful. It is shameful. Because I was like, just what I saw in the trailer we saw was bad enough. But like, because obviously they can't play the whole episode on reviewing it on YouTube, but they would play some and then they would discuss what they just saw so you can kind of know what you. And I'm like, there is no way. I don't even know if I would have got through one episode, but I definitely would not have went on to watch the second episode. Like, I'm like, this is bad. Like, this is just bad. Like, the stuff that I was already bothered with in the trailer is worse in the actual whole episode. Like, the full episode. Like, the first episode, the dad put out the 1-year-old because he's hooked on drugs. Oh, thank you so much. You made it worse. You made the trailer worse. I'm like,
one thing Courtney just said, which I think is funny, is she said they changed some of the lyrics from the theme song because they felt like it wasn't relevant. They changed the lyrics from like living in the project, but it, but you have roasting it in the shower.
Yeah, the lyrics were the problem. Yeah, lyrics. That's the only problem with the show. The lyrics. The lyrics for the theme song had to be changed today. That was it. Everything else was fine. You gotta change a couple lyrics around.
Let's do this way. I will watch I Am Legend 2 before I watch that movie.
I know you would, and you would enjoy it. If you had to compare, like you would be like, this deserves a Grammy. Y'all give Grammys for movies. This one deserves a Grammy. Like you just give it an award. Like it's, I'm just so disgusted. I don't know how on Beyonce's Netflix that they bought and wrote and paid for it.
Barack Obama.
Like I was just like, this is so. I was just like, I've never just like been just upset by something. I'm just like, it's offensive. Like it's literally it's offensive. It's not even like, oh, like I kind of laughed, but I know I shouldn't. The offensive comedy, like no, it's offensive. It's offensive and disrespectful, and it should not have been done. So I don't. I'm gonna say if Netflix is bold enough to try to get to talk about we gonna do a season 2, that's some boldness right there. That would be bold.
I think more people need to keep posting, whether you watch it or not, say how offensive it is. And don't like. It's not enough of us talking amongst each other. We have to publicly say that is where we draw the line. That. Yep. I intend to use my social media for saying no.
And that's just like a lot of people, not a lot, I've heard some people like boycott Netflix. I'm like, no, boycott Netflix is not going to do anything. They have too many different things. That's not going to do it. Boycott that show. Don't even stream and hate watch it. Like, do not watch it. Because I'm like, Netflix looks at how many, that's what they're going to look at. No matter what people are saying, they're going to look at how many people are watching it. That's all. Like, I'm not even going to see to check it out. Like, no, I'm not going to click on it on Netflix. I'm not going to watch it. Like, I'm not. No.
When you tag people, you need to learn the power of. You need to make sure that you're tag the producers and the show and the company who's putting it out.
Yes,
it's not this.
But I'm saying they need to know. Like, it needs to. The whole package needs to know we are not okay with this. We are not okay.
Like Don Lee talked about, use your hashtag. Love keep putting Sesame Fireman's name out there. Then you need to have his name all over what you don't like.
Yep.
Because right now he's okay.
He's okay. And the thing is, he's gonna be okay after the fact or whatever. He's gonna come out the other side okay. He just is. Because I'm not even gonna hype it up to be like, okay, he says will be fine in law. But he needs to know you cross the line on even what black people will defend from you. You cross the line. Like it's people that will defend or not even people like literally be like, well, no, I enjoyed it. I feel like people that will probably like, I still kind of like Sleeping Show, or I still did kind of like this, or I still watch. They'll be like in defense of him because of certain things. This is no, Seth. This is a no. You went too far.
Take another one of our shows and do this another time.
No,
not gonna tolerate that.
No, I don't care. It is not even like that. It was just because it was like if these had been original characters out of his head, it'd have been bad. You just made it worse because it's good. Like the whole, it basically is an original concept because this is not Good Times. Like really, these are original characters at this point. This is not have anything to do with Good Times at all. But like it's like this is just not okay. Like nobody in Long Line was like, "Ooh, this is bad."
What's that show? Curb Your Enthusiasm is about to go off.
Yeah.
J.B. Smoot is, going around to all the talk shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he talks about. He don't even talk about him being on that show. He don't promote it.
Why, baby? Why? You limit your voice to it, which means you anything. If you're not a known, you put your name. You was like, I'm gonna take this role. I'm gonna do this. It gonna look like you said this is okay. I don't care if you don't talk about it.
So if you're having
anybody,
Wanda Sykes. Now, Wanda know how to promote them. I haven't heard Wanda talk about it. I haven't heard Yvette Nicole Brown. I haven't heard anybody. And so what Ralph Carter did, which is the young man that played Michael, when they asked me to pick, that was what he said. He said, I'm very disappointed with the black people.
Like, why would y'all do? Like, why did y'all didn't have to take the shit.
he said I was tagging a lot of the promo stuff. He said, and I didn't even give my response to it to entertain it. That's how little I thought of it. He said, but I'm very disappointed that they would lend their voices to that to support it. He said, I'm very disappointed. And that when I watched initial promo, that was my first thought. Like, and what I said to my husband was, I wonder if they would have done that if this was a live show.
They wouldn't have got away with it. They would have did it.
Easy to hide behind my phone. Would you have done this if this was a regular sitcom?
Nope, they would have done it.
That's what makes me, disappointed to make me appreciate. Like, if you can't just stand on business, then don't do it.
I'm like, unless y'all gonna all come out and say, when we signed on, and in the contracts we signed, it was the script was completely different, and we could not do it once it was changed, which is completely possible, because it seemed like some sketchy from proposal to completion stuff happened in the process of the show being made, which is completely possible, but nobody knows that, and nobody is talking, so it just sounds like y'all was like, okay, we'll do it, and it was like, y'all didn't have to do it.
And Jimmy Walker, who are originators of characters, can at least say, we didn't know and we're disappointed. If they can still speak, then the people who have main characters be able to say, I apologize, like, or I regret this. Y'all look like some cowards to me, right? I'm cool with that.
Yep. I'm like, this is just not, like, this is not it. This is not it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, no.
I don't care.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not hate watching it. I'm not bootlegging it. I don't want to ingest it outside of looking at somebody else comment. Like, I'm not taking in the show. I'm not watching it. And I'm definitely not gonna watch it on again. I'm definitely not watching it on Netflix. Netflix ain't gonna know what a hate watch is. They just like, oh, somebody watch. Cause I keep on minutes. I want to look up to see how many views it's got, and I want to know when did they fall off, because they look by episode, so they can see do people keep watching the whole thing, or did they just stop and not watch it again.
Well, the first episode we got high numbers of people watching on curiosity,
but they're gonna look at the fall off. Like, okay, people didn't finish. Because that's why they only do so many seasons with their shows, because they said people don't watch past 2 or 3 seasons. That's what I'm saying. They look at that. So you boycott Netflix, they gonna do nothing. Boycott that show, Netflix pay attention to that. Because they're not gonna get the return on what they put out. Now, I promise you, I better not see that about no season 2.
Happening at all. That was done.
I think it would be worse for them if they did a season. If it was announced they did a season 2 or going to do a season 2, I think it would be, the backlash would be pouring.
Now, one thing about Netflix, they will cancel the show.
Thank you, because they shut up canceled plenty of good ones. Y'all go ahead and cancel this. I'm saying they cancel stuff with good ratings, dedicated viewers. Everything they cancel. So if they'll cancel that, please, I'm begging Netflix, cancel it. You cancel it now. Today.
Alright, let's be back to this list. We're almost done. Coming in at number 6 is Doris Roberts as Marie Rose. Everybody loves her.
Okay, so this feels like you set me up.
I wrote that. I see Iconic Mom, and like we just talked about from Married to Children, Iconic Mom is great, but I think she's an iconic mom. You know, I think she's a lot of people's mom. Unfortunately, you're a middle mom. Your mom can't let go. Yep. You're a mom. You have issues with the daughter-in-law. I think a lot of people, she resonated with a lot of people. And she had her moments, like, especially as the show went on. Mm-hmm. Like, Deborah actually started to get along some. Yeah. Once in a while, she would still check her son. Like, sometimes she would still give her Raymond, like, you just treating her. So, actually, as the show went on, she tried to tell Deborah, I see myself in you. I wish I could have been more like her. Wanting to wife with her. Mm-hmm. So, I get why she's an iconic mom. So, I definitely would have been my number 6.
But, no, not at all. No. But I can see why she's on it.
I didn't love it, but I definitely get why people consider her the iconic mom. And Doris Roberts,
love her. Let's to be clear, my issues with the show have zero to do with the actors and actresses in the show. My issues with the characters and a lot of their dynamics. in the show.
Good job.
Yes, because a lot of other people outside the show, I love it. I've seen all kind of stuff everybody else been in and loved it. So that ain't my issue.
Like I said, but she got her
did her job. Thank you. She got it. She understood the assignment.
Right. Coming in at number 5, and I definitely get this one. It's Marion Ross. Mary Cunningham from Happy Days. I definitely do. I see one of the iconic moms for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
I loved her. Mm-hmm. I thought she wasn't the perfect mom. I thought she was just her, and I thought that she got boundaries that most people didn't. Like she just saw.
She really did. Mm-hmm.
She got Arthur. She's the only person who thought it like
well, she treated him like he treated all the other kids.
Right.
You think that's the wrong way though?
What do you mean?
Like it seems like I might be remembering this wrong because I was really young when I was watching Happy Days. But didn't he like think she was like wanted him or something because she was being so nice to him? Or am I making stuff up?
I don't think so.
I can't definitively say no because it's possible he did early on at first because he wouldn't have been used to people treating him like that. So it's possible, but I don't remember. Yes, it's been quite a few years.
It definitely wasn't been like predatory or anything.
No, and it wouldn't have went on past an episode. It wasn't like an ongoing storyline.
I do know he had mothered.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was on work with her, and that's why I called him Arthur. Like he wasn't there for the Fonzie stuff.
No, she was like, no. She was like, "What is your name, young man?"
Coming is number 4. This is my mama right here. Estelle Getty as Sophia Golden Girls.
Yes.
Yes.
I gotta watch Golden Girls at least once a week.
I have a playlist on my YouTube that's just funny stuff, and I have so many compilations of funny Dorothy moments, everybody's funny moments. So I always go back and watch it. Everybody's so funny. I'm like that. That was a show. Everybody is funny. Like every single character is funny with whoever they're in a scene with. When they're by themselves, and I was like, there's nobody that was like, that's kind of weak. It's like everybody. That's just hilarious.
Mm-hmm. You will just never have another stuff like that with women that age.
Mm-hmm. And when we say we never will, we mean we never will, because if y'all dare to reboot it, I will pick it in front of whoever is deciding to try. We do not need a reboot.
Okay, because I was going to say that Jane Fonda, her show, I still be watching that too, and they're older, but it's not the same setup as Golden Girls.
That's all. But I'm saying I don't need a reboot of Golden, because Golden Girls is only those women. That's what I'm saying. I don't need a reboot of that because it's not going to be the same. I know they won't. No.
They really want that, and I'm just like, no.
This is one of those shows you can't reboot because you can't. No, like it's people my age and younger that still love that show, like today. So it's like they don't want a new version; they just go watch old.
Get that energy. Now, like I was saying, it's not just women this age. Those were 4 extremely seasoned actors in their own right, and all of them had all worked together on some level before. Mm-hmm. They all knew each other in some way. But when I watched it from an actor's point of view, a director's point of view, their comedic timing was insane.
Oh my God. I mean, just no dead end. Like everything was just like, I was like, you think they came in with the punchline. The punchlines had you, oh my God, they're so good. Not to even mention the serious episodes they would have.
They came from, these ladies were coming out of the vaudeville era. Like these ladies come from a different era and time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, create that, because current actresses, I mean, yeah, you could say Second City actresses, SNL actors, that's still not the same thing. Like anybody from like that vaudeville type era, Lucille Ball, it's just a whole new something that you see created. Like they bake different. Like Jack Benny, like all of them. I watched those old school Bob Hope, like all of them. What's the other guy? I'm leaving that around. Like I watched the old Dean Martin roast just to hear like those old.
Oh my God!
Like that kind of comedy, they don't even have.
No. I mean that's why I like I'll still occasionally watch if you can find them because Jerry Lewis, his estate got his stuff locked down. I don't know what. If you can find a Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin movie anywhere free online, good luck. But I'll still watch not the early on, but like when they got settled in their dynamic, those movies are still funny to me. I'll still like it's a different flow. It's a different. I feel the same way about don't touch designing women either. Don't even look over at it. Don't worry about it. They fine over there designing. Don't even look. Why you looking over there at it? Like everything. No. Cause I already know y'all gonna mess it up and y'all gonna try to bring back the iconic speech about with the twirl of the time. That's the night, and y'all gonna mess it up and you gonna just throw it into an episode and it's not gonna be as good. Like no, like just leave certain stuff. I don't need it rebooted. I don't mind some stuff being rebooted. Like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot was way better than I thought it would be because they did a completely different thing with it. But I don't trust y'all with designing women or Golden Girl. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all with it.
And feel like that. People know it so well. I would be so critical with Golden Girls. Like,
yes.
I won't even enjoy it because it's like, we got that wrong, we got this wrong.
Yes. So. Like, Miara watched Golden Girls. She's significantly younger than all of us. She was watching it. Like, she binge watched it constantly for the DVD. So I'm saying it's people that still just watch the original one and still like it. And just, we can all have access to the old one.
Funny, but Golden Girls is very precious to the community. And you want to update?
I would strongly caution you. I would strongly caution you not to stir up that hornet's nest. That's not something you want to do. That is not no. As I'm like, it's no. No, don't do it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. Designing women too. I'm not saying they are going to reboot that one, but I'm like those two, the Jabenica community. You're young. Just let you know, y'all try. You're young, and that would be a time I'll be like, well, I see how it is. Nope. I don't want to see how it is. I hope it's bad.
They're like, yeah, you know,
do not approve. Like I don't even want to. I don't even want to look up to see what the idea to reboot Golden Girls is. Like I don't even want to know because whatever it is, I'm not gonna like it.
I feel like if they did do it, there's no way it could be as funny. But at the same time, you know how they it seems like the topic that they had that was like new or out of the box was kind of natural. But I feel like if they did it now, what they say wokeness would be kind of forced. Because I see that a lot with shows now. It's like it's not that forced.
And at the end, I'm like, I don't even know like what would the reboot like. You couldn't reboot it and just be like these are the same people. Just you can't do it that way because I think people would riot in it too. So like. It can't be kids because like it's all of them didn't have like it's like what would even be the like what would be the premise to even start a reboot? Like where are we going?
I feel like that because I agree with Johnny. Like back in the mid '80s to early '90s when those type of topics.
Yeah,
you supposed to have to show with women that age at all, and really the sense you. Starting their life over again. So you're talking about sexuality and you're talking about relationships. So all of those topics they dealt with was like, oh my God. So people talk about that stuff all the time now, no matter what age they are. So nothing would be informative So when Rose thought, they told her that she possibly was HIV, they didn't even have to say HIV. Period.
No.
In fact, they have regular commercials for that now on TV. Just here now, like you
talk about the prep stage. So like, what are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know what the premise would be.
The shock value or the difference. Someone like Blanche's character who's open about her sexuality and that's so different. You can't find a show now that doesn't have a character like a Blanche that is open about their sexuality, no matter what age they are. That's so common now. That's like you'd have to make somebody super sexualized, which would be like Johnny Pitt would be so forced to make them uncomfortable, or you're gonna have to make them lesbian or transgender or something that's gonna be shock value. Who wants that? Like the other thought is, how do you're gonna have to age characters? I don't want to see that. So they were all age that fit perfect for the show. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to see costume women. Also, my thing is now, and I said this to my husband recently, you can't hardly find a sitcom now where there's not at least, and I'm not going to be offensive, there's not at least one character that's not in the community now. So somebody on that show would be in the community. That doesn't fit, and I don't necessarily need that. Now you also have to have inclusion. So somebody's probably going to be African American, or at least somebody of color. So it's just like, I just think they're going to have to work hard to get to know everybody, and I don't need that either. Yeah,
and that's why I can say
house somewhere to go around the house. I don't need that either.
But like my thing is that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the like? We know the premise of the original. We know what the premise of the concept of the original only one I better ever see in my lifetime one is. We know what it is. It's these group of women who all pretty much had to restart their life at retirement age, and everything that comes with that is dating at that age, trying to work at that age, trying to get a job at that age, like all of that. What would be the premise now? Like, because literally the only way you could do it would be, first of all, to actually cast older women. Let's start there. Because I don't need to be young, because that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the name. Hate to break this, kind of the point. So like, you have to cast older women anyway. I don't necessarily care about anybody being in the community or not if it's done naturally. That's not an issue.
Then that's fine. But if they're like always,
if you write it as the person's personality is their designation, their sexuality, then that's not natural or real. Like
that's what they would do though.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. Like most shows now, it's not just this is Leah and she happens to be. This is a lesbian character and her name is Leah. That's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily need that from a 65, 70-year-old woman. So
you know what? They tried to do some shows like that was natural, but they didn't ever last long. It was one show with Jackie Harry and David Allen Greer, and it was the lady that we were just talking about, that played
I know the one you're talking about, for the old people or something like that.
Some about the new kids. I think it's the new kids.
Yeah. Okay. And that actually was pretty good.
I love that show. I was heartbroken when it got you. And it had Leslie on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On it. But that was natural, and I wish they would have kept that on.
Well, they probably shouldn't have put it on TV Land. It's probably where it should not have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they came
to the Golden Girls, and they didn't push anything. Well, Rose was on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's done like that, it can be good. But my thing is, just do a show like that. Don't reboot Golden Girls. Like you can write a show where you're like, we want something similar to the dynamics of that without slapping Golden Girls' name on it. Because then now I'm already gonna come into it upset and irritated because you did that with Golden Girls. Just be like, you just want to make a show similar to that, and just make a show similar to that. And then
they were all in a nursing home, and I thought, why couldn't these people just all be living their life? Why would these people stick and die?
Because that was before they realized that old people still live their life. They don't suddenly turn 60 and be like, well, time to go into the nursing home. Like,
I'm just like, that was my only thing. Like, the only way you can show older people being okay, they have to be in a nursing home. And that's the same they do in movies too. It's like, the only way you have people in this senior community, but they have to be in a senior community. They have to be in assisted living. They have to like, people can't just, that's not people's reality.
Yeah.
They own home.
Well, that's why that's one of the reasons Grace and Frankie did so good, because they were older, but they were still in the world. Like, they were still dating. They were still trying to have food. They were still functioning humans. They weren't just like, and it was like they would call out people like, why are y'all trying to treat us like we too old to function? Yeah, because they was like, why do you think that what's in here? What's wrong with y'all? But I'm saying that's why a show like that did so well, because it was a lot of older people I get starting to get upset because they're like, could y'all please stop writing us as old people and just write us as characters that happen to be older? So.
But Fonda and Tom was younger than they are, because Jane is in her 80s.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm not optimistic if they go ahead with the Golden Girls. I would have to see what their idea is to even acknowledge.
Well, they're gonna have to just email it to us and we'll approve it.
Thank you. Tell us something, send it back. No, that's not good.
Right.
Why'd you write that like that? I'll do that.
Okay, here's our topic. Lauren Graham as Lorelai Gilmore Girls. I never watched.
Never seen that show, Gilmore Girls. A day in my life.
And when I found out Melissa McCarthy was on it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, like the only thing I know about the Gilmore Girls is Melissa McCarthy used to be on it, and Jared Padalecki from Supernatural used to be on it. And those are the only two things I know about the Gilmore Girls.
I'm sorry, but it's too for me.
I never, and that's not even a show that's like, oh, I'll check it out. It was like, no, I'll take it back. I think I've watched, tried to watch like one episode, and I was like, this is not it. This is not it.
And I have watched some very un-African American shows, but that one
is very un-African American.
Way un-African American.
Yes. Who's number two?
Not the African American shows. All right.
It was like I was like, Lord. Okay, coming at number 2 is Phylicia Rashad.
Yes. And they have her. I don't know who's number 1, but okay.
You know who is number 1. You know who is number 1.
Say that.
Think about it.
And you keep repeating it like I know.
You think about TV Mom.
TV Mom.
With the mixed family, with the come together family. I can't think of their name. They blended family. So yeah, I feel like you haven't said their name. Marsha. How can I think of the family?
There you go.
That's because I thought about it. Yeah, Brady Bunch. Because I thought about it, I was like, wait, I ain't heard. And I know nobody's gonna care. Okay, no, that okay. I
was thinking about the Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
but I forgot.
Number 1 on my list.
I can see why those two were the top 2. I probably would have reversed them and maybe had Carol a little more, but I can see why they are top 2.
Yeah. Oh, when I think iconic Carol, I mean, Mrs. Brady.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, is everybody TV Mom?
Well, no. Claire was mine. She was supposed to be the TV mom. She was never my TV mom. Okay. She was somebody's TV mom.
Okay. All right. Real quick, some of the iconic movie moms was Joan Crawford from Mommy Dearest.
Yeesh.
I mean,
it's iconic. It's iconic.
I wouldn't want her to be my mom. But
I wouldn't want her. I didn't want her to be her mom. In the movie.
I think her kids agree.
Yeah. So, I mean.
You didn't You didn't want her? You didn't?
No, not even a little bit. Ooh, and I'm like, and you find out they dramatize it, I'm like, that makes it worse. Cause it was just that whole that it's like I can't do that. I think I haven't watched that movie in years. It was like, oh, I can't do that. There's no entertainment value in that like that anymore. It's like once you start learning stuff, it's like, that's even horrible taking that.
This movie list, I think it's a horrible list. But the movie list is the movie Throw Mama to the Train. That was a very traumatic movie.
Yeah, we see that in the theater as little kids.
Right. I mean, you know the worst mama ever.
Yeah.
Like,
you kind of understand. Like, you're kind of like, well,
right.
You know, I wouldn't do it, but I understand you did it.
This is a lot.
Yes. Too much.
Listen, Precious is a movie you see one time in life and you should be good. Monique should have got every award known to man, including a Grammy, a Dove Award,
a Tony.
Music award.
Did you say VMA?
Yeah.
Did VH1 have an award for the I don't know if they did.
Tony Award,
BET Award. And the music and the hip hop one.
Was she acting with her son? Was she really acting?
Maybe not.
I watched a portion of about a month or so ago, and I was just like, "This is just all in my soul." Like, woo! I watched the interview again about it, and she was saying it was so deep that they would have to totally compress every day all of the actors and actresses because they had to go so deep inside the character. And
that's too much. I can't imagine reading the book. I would never even. I wouldn't even crack that book open.
Because no.
Movie.
And I'm like, I think I can get way more absorbed into a book than a movie sometimes. So I don't need to be absorbed into that. I don't need to be in that world. I don't need that floating around in my head.
I'm like, sometimes I prefer to read the book. But when I saw the movie, I was like, no, I'm good.
And I read all kind of books, but this, no, I can't read that.
They can think of.
For real. They were like, it's like they just pulled out like an abuse list. They were like, okay, we're just gonna start checking stuff off and put it in the script.
They're talking to my character, and she was like, "Well, I've been abused too," and I was like, "But I can't find sympathy for you."
Not.
And Mariah comes to the diva.
Like, here's the thing: you need to go to therapy. They will provide you with whatever sympathy you need to work through what you need to work through. But these are the people you tell that story to. You told your story to the wrong people. Because CPS Mariah Carey don't care. CPS Mariah Carey said, "Do you see how I made myself look for this role? You think I care about what you went through?"
Gotcha.
Glitter, she was trying to get all the way into that role.
For real. She needs to make up for Glitter because that was like,
I saw such horrible reviews for it. I was just like, oh, okay.
I saw it and I was like, and here's the thing. Normally, you know how I am. I don't like to say movies or shows are bad unless it's something to do. A lot of stuff that I'm just like, it wasn't that great, but I kind of like this. That movie was bad. That is just a bad movie. It was just bad.
The video, it was like a music video that was real bad.
Yeah, because it was like almost every person.
Which was worse, Glitter or G?
Glitter, and that's sad. That's sad. It's sad, and it's. I don't know if it's. I'm saying that's bad, but they're both bad. Because, I mean, would you write a movie with a character that's openly lesbian, and it's like you write the storyline to be like, oh, all she needed was this one guy, and now she likes two. You kind of lost me. I can't support this movie any longer, Julie. That's insanity. Huh?
Is that what Julie was about?
Not about, but that happened in it. Like her character was a full lesbian. She was like clear in your face. Yes, I like women only. I do not like dudes. And they slept together once, and she's like, I love you. I want to be with you now. And I'm like, what? Okay. I don't know if you know what I forgot to say. That lesbians used to sleep with one dude, and then we don't look at that shit. They didn't make her bi. They didn't make her bi. She was just like, I like men now.
I didn't like that.
I was like, ooh, y'all probably could stop this out a little better. Yeah. But yeah, most of them are bad. But Glitter is worse bad in a lot of ways. But yeah, no. You don't need to watch either one.
I was embarrassed for Debra and Mariah for being in there.
I really feel like somebody could have been like, Mariah, hey, your acting isn't that great. Let's work on it. Come back. Because it was just like it was like weirdly stilted.
I don't remember her acting. I just remember it seemed like everything was like pieced together, and it was just nothing. I don't know.
And it's like Mariah Carey. Like it starts with little Mariah Carey singing with her mom, but it was like it's clearly an adult woman's voice, and it was like her mom was like drunk and neglectful, and like her mom passed out, and the whole house burned down. And so but everybody survives. But so Mariah Carey goes to the orphanage, and then like she never sees her mom to like the end of the movie. They're like the guy that she fell in love with, who became abusive and controlling, but then he dies because he's a horrible person. He dies, and she's like, oh no. But then so he sends her, she gets a letter he sent, and she's like, I found your mom. So it ends and she's just like, hey mom, I know you never came back to get me, but here I am. And then the movie goes off. Like it just nothing gets really wrapped. So it's like stuff happens, something else happens, movie opens. But it's like nothing seems like it goes together with it. Like it's like this makes it, I don't know if it's I don't know what as I feel. What? That was Glitter. Gilly had a whole other weird all over the place plot and that mess. Gilly was a whole other mess. Yes. So she keeps saying.
So she did two flops back to back too. Gilly and what was the other one?
It's not like it had to be a few.
But those were like the ones where they started where they was like, man, it was bad.
I can't think of the other one. Oh,
was it like Supernatural or something like that?
No, it was two. I think it was even similar to Gilly. Like it was, and they were back to back. Like anyway,
like her documentary in the movie.
Not the last documentary, but one she did last year. But let me wrap this up. So let's do famous movie moms. We're almost done. This has been Whitney Houston, the remake of Sparkle. I
didn't see it.
I did, but I haven't seen it in a while.
It was her last role.
Yeah.
I thought it did a great job. I just thought character was, I guess it was a realistic mom, especially at times, and I guess especially to do want her daughter to, the storyline was, I guess, wanted to be a singer back in the day, and her daughter is risking wasting your dreams or getting into trouble. So, just when you're that over religious type of mom and you're trying to keep your daughter, so I want you to go out and get into trouble, and just that storyline is not my type of storyline, but I do know it's written on a lot of truth. and I think it's based on some similar to the true story. She played the role. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite character of hers, actually, but it was all right. Phylicia Rashad from The Mother and Raising the Son, she can't top the original mom. I'm sorry.
She did a thing in it, but
her same time. But the
original, you stay in my mother's house. Yes.
Now, Juanita Moore from Imitation of Life. Imitation of Life is one of my favorite movies of all time.
She said, "Now we step my mother's house. There is still gone."
Oh, Shotty went back to raising back to the other one. But yeah. Well, they done moved on to Imitation of Life, but you had to go back. You had to go back.
Go back to Wait a minute.
They read Imitation of Life?
That was from so long ago.
No, they didn't remake Imitation of Life, did they? No. They raised the son. When they were saying the remake. Phylicia Rashad from the remake of Raising.
One would have had the little thing.
No.
What? Okay. Whatever.
That means you get it together.
So we had said this is how Phylicia Rashad as the son. I think a very young person did. I don't think nobody would put Phylicia Rashad on. No. But the next person on the list is Juanita Moore from Imitation of Life. And Imitation of Life is original. It's one of the best movies ever. Just period.
Sad in my soul just thinking about it.
Girl.
Yeah. Well, she was all on them shots. I remember when I was young, I was like, get over there. You ain't care. Don't be crying all over the casket now. I was so upset on her back.
Come on, that's my man.
When? Since when?
So, my scene is when she got with that boy, she's like, I'll tell you one thing. Girl.
You were. I said, because I was young when I first saw it. I said,
his voice started to growl.
I was like,
She wasn't like, girl, I'm just disappointed in so many ways right now.
Really? Woo, when he answered that,
But when her mother finally tells her that I'm not gonna call you no more, I'm not gonna come see you about them as they live your life, I was like, please get this way.
When that little white girl was a better daughter than her than you were, that's a problem.
And she told her, she said, I would give anything to have you.
Thank you.
My mother is never me. I was like, yeah. When she showed up at that funeral, Mama.
Y'all on the messing up the flowers.
Messing up the decor.
Y'all on the casket, messing up the arrangement. No.
I'm so sorry, Mama. I didn't mean it.
She can't hear you. She is on glory. She is on glory. Let Mahalia sing a song. You go somewhere else.
Make us just part for the whole movie, but Mahalia thinking, man.
And then she all crying all over. You suck it up and listen to Mahalia. Get your soul right. I felt bad for her. Not at all. Even I was like, I feel bad for her.
Somebody in this room told me, I don't know, but I feel bad. When you come to how they say, when you come by and ring, where's mother? Oh, she over here. Yeah, I'm sorry. You missed it. Missed out on with my mammy. Look. Oh, when she said that, I was like, well, to be fair, she didn't actually say she had one. The little white girl she was dancing with said, oh, you had a man? And she just said, yes, my whole life. Actually, the word
we're not doing semantics. We're not doing semantics. We all know what she meant.
I have
that's the most horrible feeling in the world.
Girl, that was when her mama said, I'm going to let you go. I won't bother you no more. And I was like, see you, because her mother said, I can't do this. I've been feeling real poorly. I need to see you. And she was just like, I wish you quit coming around here. I was like, your mama is dying.
Yes. Who was around her when she died? the white people she worked for, not her child. You didn't get to say goodbye. You all in again, messing up the flower rings on cancer. There you go, all in the same.
You're gonna make me look for this movie to watch it again. I think especially as a young person, just see that movie, it makes this life so different. It makes you see I have to see it. I think it's important. It teaches you so many life lessons. Yeah. That's another one. They got Diane Carroll from Claudine. Now she played the heck out of that character.
I'm ashamed to say.
Don't say it. Don't say it, Johnny. Don't say it.
I won't say it. Nobody will ever know.
You ain't ever seen Claudine?
I can't say that I have.
Sorry. That's name to say.
I ain't say it. It's just my eyeballs can't say that I've seen them.
From the 70s, but she did great raising. I think she had 6 kids. She lived in the project. Another mom that was like, we may live here, but we are not a product of you, and holding her kids together. But one of the things communities talk about, one of the things that was, she lived in an era where the people would come to your house and they would look for, like, when you did your application and stuff, you had to account for every single thing in your house to get your food stamp on the system. And like one of the things when they would have to hide it, the lady comes in and she's like, you got this. I think they were looking at like her toaster or something, and like, that's so demeaning. You can't even have a toaster. With dating James Earl Jones, like, she had to hide it in a relationship. Like, you literally couldn't have somebody extra in your house, or that would change it. And a single woman for sure couldn't have a man in her house. So it was fighting for her dignity. And her daughter ended up pregnant during the course of things. She was just like, I fought to make sure that you didn't end up like me. Like, it was so many things in this movie that, but by the end of the movie, when that caseworker came by, she showed everyone. She was like, "Yep, I got this toaster. I just son of." He was like, "I'm so sick of y'all being in my business. I don't care if you take my food." She was like, "I'm done giving up my dignity. And yes, I got a man. And yes, my daughter." Like, I actually love Claudia, and I think Diane Carroll was the perfect woman to play that because she's got that feisty, that her character. I thought it was great. I think you should just give it again. I don't even know what you can find it on in 2024.
No.
But the next black mom that we have is Alfre Woodard from Crooklyn.
Okay.
Okay. I guess.
I can't. It's been so long. I can't remember her.
Yeah, because she was in the movie for like 10 minutes. Then she died. Because it was like, she was in the movie.
Okay.
Well, no, she went to go see her cousin. They had money, and they was like, "Your mama dying, your mama dead," and they was like, "What?" Yeah, it was like the way it was done. It was just like, there she is.
Like they put that little girl on the skateboard, or you make the people float like you did in the movie.
Yeah, I don't really know why she's on the list for that movie. Like, she played other mothers. Why that movie?
Alfre just act her butt off. Like,
that's the movie y'all picked? Okay. Don't make me go. Well, she died in that too, so let's go all those times. Let's pick something that's not traumatic for all of us.
Next is Big Mama from Soul Food.
I feel like y'all just kind of did that because you think you like or was more impactful than it really was. It's like, I feel if you went back and rewatch the movie, not as impactful as you think she was.
I disagree. She was the matriarch. She left a seat. She wasn't prepared for the whole movie, but I feel like her impacted the rest of the family, even though it looked like they were falling apart. Turned them around because they were falling apart. But she was the grandson that he brought them back together. So I thought, that's what a big mama's role usually is. Like, even when they're gone, their legacy is still here. I thought that was on purpose of the movie.
Okay.
That's just my little opinion.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it seems like a lot of these movies are y'all picking moms that are like in like 5 minutes of the movie, and like it's just like, why are y'all not picking people that's like in the movie?
Person in the whole, that's Loretta Devine from Whitney Houston. Now, I thought she was the best possible mom she could be as a single mom with a son she didn't know what to do. Based on. So, as a mom with a teenage boy, sometimes you don't get everything right by yourself. You got to figure everything out. So, like, I don't know if do this voice. I'm like, girl, you wilding out. I don't know what to do. I just trying to do the best I can. So, I thought, she was doing the best she could. Thank God for Gregory Hines. He came and kind of filled her out.
He was just like, you gonna have to let him go. Like, what he basically told her, you gonna have to let go. You gonna, whatever he do, good man, whatever. You gonna have to let him go and go do it.
But I have been that mom, person with drink, spinning out, and you just trying to, you don't want to get nobody pregnant. You don't want to like.
Yeah, but like she didn't get you constantly yelling at him and telling him what he's doing wrong. In your mind, you saying you trying to help him, but that's not what it's feeling like on the other side, and it's actually making him want to do all the opposites.
Have his dad that helps you feel like absolutely have to do both roles. You don't have balance. So I definitely understood her character. I thought she could have been worse by far.
Oh yeah, they could have left her way worse.
I thought for what she was dealing with, I thought she's pretty believable. She's pretty cool. And listen, and on top of it, she's the only chick in the movie who had a decent dude. So.
And he had to prove that she was not giving in. Even though she liked him, she was not giving in. He had to work for it.
A friend of mine the other day, and we're just about wrapping it up, and I was just like, when I think about ways to deal, I think all of these are amazing male actors, right? Like these are men to this day who phenomenal. But I always pointing to the dumb stuff they did. So when I think about Whitney Houston's character, and I think about
what the president was put it for.
Yeah. And so when I think about him, I think, oh, he's the guy who, her mom was like, oh, he's married, but he didn't.
Yeah, that was like, that whole thing with her mom, I was like, this is ridiculous.
As a character that I see him play, he will always be that dude. Wendell Pierce was always the guy that jumped on top of her and was horrible in bed. But she was like, he's grunting, she's like, all of us are laughing. As Wendell Pierce has done phenomenal characters, but whenever I see him, I always think about that. Late time to me will always the guy who you in your own relationship and you have gas come to Lila Rashawn's house and tell her, I suggest you tell your mail company to not call this house when I'm here.
I was like, excuse you? I'll tell him call right now. I'm gonna send a mad text. Call right now. You done lost your mind.
All drunk in the vest in the middle of summer.
Oh my God. In a leather vest in the middle of summer.
One of my favorite actors, like he can't fail, but that beat is like really like okay.
Yeah, was ridiculous. Wasn't he on drugs and she didn't know, or somebody kept saying he was?
He was drunk. He was drunk, and I think Michael to me is the all-time dirt of all dirt. You just made a girl into the basket and just
oh my God!
And have your white woman in her place, so when she comes to your job, you have to slap her back into her lane. You just don't have to fight.
See, I think that slap alone, she should have gotten the award. Like just that whole scene with the boardroom, she should have gotten the award for just that scene. Don't even look at the rest of the movie. That one scene, all the awards.
Jordan says, "Man, this ever will happen again?" She says, "It won't." It's so empowering. So anyway, when I remember all of this, I'm like, these men are dynamic like this, but their characters were so crummy and horrible.
There was not one good one. Not even. I'm not talking. But I'm saying, I'm not talking about the rest of them. Not even an okay. All of them was bad. And you thought Whitney Houston was not that, because you thought that he was just all of them was just yikes.
What makes it back to her mom tells her to be with him.
Yes, and he wasn't even lying and saying he was gonna leave his wife.
No, and if you remember, he told her. Remember when he said his wife was pregnant? He said it would be like another 7 more years. 7.
She was like, what? I'm already in this mess, being stupid right now. You want me to be stupid 7 more years? She was like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do that.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, so I might have to check that one.
I was thinking about Loretta Devine in there yesterday because I was like, I've never seen anything that she was in that I didn't like.
I mean, and she did some real good movies that was like better, but her character was still fun.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, we didn't like it, we walk away.
He watching me. Her voice is like her voice is iconic.
I can really. What was I watching? And I had my head down and I said, "Oh, that's Loretta," because she can't hide their voice.
Mm-hmm.
My girls be watching even like her because they watch Family Reunion on Netflix.
She was on RuPaul Celebrity Drag Race, and when she started talking, I was like, "Oh, that's Loretta Devine," and I just waited for them to reveal her, and I was like, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks in, and I was like, every week I was like, "That's Loretta Devine." I kept like, "Yo, man, I was like, I told y'all it was Loretta Devine."
Yeah, she can't hide her voice. And then the older she gets, she don't even have to do much because everybody just want her to play the same character.
Yep.
And we love it.
100 mamas. You've been everybody's mama. You've been mamas. You've been some crack mamas. When
what was that? Kingdom Come. She was so funny in that for me.
I like her in Kingdom Come.
She was hilarious.
Like when he asked her, "Can I phonetics with the head?" So she said, "I'm gonna keep on talking something like that." She got a funny voice. Yeah. See, it's certain high paid voice. When we watched the Masked Singer and Patti LaBelle was on there, and I was like, I got
you. What was she doing? Her and Shaka, Katie, Shaka, Gladys. I'm like, what are y'all?
I didn't catch Shaka. I knew Gladys. I was just like, okay, y'all are being insulting. And I was saying it with Patrick. I was just like, y'all got. Okay.
Rising.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams.
I didn't know Michelle. I didn't watch that. I didn't see that, but I knew Amber. Amber was actually making me mad. I was like, they gonna make
like they're not even trying no more.
They actually used to have the voice, and so then I was like, okay, all right. I haven't even watched this movie. All right, we're gonna bring this home for the home stretch. All right. We're gonna say our happy Mother's Day to our mom, and we're gonna go. All right. These are our last few moms. All right. These are iconic moms that remind you of none of these. These iconic moms that remind you of your mom. Cookie Lion from Empire.
No.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Not even a little.
She was a very iconic mom, I thought.
Very much, yeah. Especially when she, I'll never get that broom scene when she had her.
She said, I've been gone too long. Y'all done lost y'all minds.
She said, no, okay. Now, you was little when I went in, so you must not know.
You know, the problem I had with her was the aggression and the name calling. I was just like, that's not very mama-like at all. Your point.
It's not good mama-like, but it's some mamas is like that.
Some mamas like, right. And that was a bit much for me.
And they would say she like show her as being a good mother, but also show her being abusive and toxic at the same time. Like, something's not mixing here.
I couldn't really do that. Let's see. Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris.
Okay. Definitely.
But I thought she was a very keep it real mom. I thought she was good at keeping her family together and keeping and I thought she was a very real mom, and definitely the fact knowing that show was very much based upon his family. I mean, not to the T, but his reality, what made her character believable.
She could be a little rough too, but she wasn't like Cookie, but you knew she loved her husband and her kids.
But I'm telling you what, believe she didn't play by her tongue. I know it's like to have to eat your favorite snack because this little grimace will come to your stuff. I think the one thing about Rochelle that I didn't like was I'm like, Lord, if she was for the job in a minute. I don't have to take this job. My mother still got 2 jobs. Like, you crazy, man.
She 2 jobs, what she don't got to do.
She was forever like anything was okay. What does his jobbing have to do with you?
She's just ready to say it.
Really? She I don't need this job. I'm supposed to get fired.
You telling herself all the time.
Tasha Mack from the game.
She was a good mom.
You think she was a good mom?
I think she was good. Well, wait, hold on. I know she had her sons back. Let me see. It has been a while since I watched the game, and I didn't watch it all the way to the end.
Watched the game, and
I think that she was like a.
Was her son the one that was literally losing his mind and seeing somebody that wasn't there?
Oh, did that happen?
Wasn't that her son?
I didn't watch it all the way to the end, so I don't know.
No, because I don't. Mom and I had started I'm like I don't watch it enough to know. But I'm saying wasn't that her son? Was like, and that's what I'm thinking about. She was a mother.
That's what I'm saying. I think she was great being a single mom and pushing him to the point he needed
to succeed. But she overlooked and ignored a lot.
Right, but she had a lot of toxic that his toxic behavior, and then they had a toxic relationship.
What I remember her pushing him. That's all I remember.
Oh, you might want to watch it.
Because I think the behavior in the first run was it kind of would make you side eye, but when it came back, it was like, oh, this is all bad.
Anytime it left, like the first time it left, I don't think I started watching it again.
So remember when it was on UPN? It was basically a comedy.
Yeah. And I didn't really watch it when it was a comedy because it didn't tickle me as much.
When BET picked it up, so remember Cam picked it up and it became a drama.
Yeah.
Alright. Right.
Yeah, it seems like it's literally completely 2 different shows, even though it's not.
It's like 2 different shows. So it really happened like twice, I want to say. And then recently it was rebooted on Paramount Plus. And it's like a whole other show again. But once it became like the drama, they kind of answer questions and unpack stuff. But they wrote a whole deeper storyline, and then you saw like the toxic stuff. And I just recently said it to somebody. It happens with daughters and fathers, but mothers and sons have to be careful. Their relationship can cross over into a toxic relationship that can become like a relationship if it's not watched. And their relationship oftentimes would cross into that. And it would go into like a love-hate situation where they were too close and then they both hated each other at times. And once they even got into like the reboot, they got to where they couldn't speak. They literally hated each other. They sued each other. They fought. Like,
she was bad.
Crazy woman. So, and to her defense, she had traumas and stuff all the way back to her childhood. He never handled the situation, and because he never really knew his dad, he had stuff like when you don't deal with your stuff in your childhood, you don't pop up. So, on one hand, she did the best she could. She was a single mom, but on the other hand, she didn't help him out in a whole lot of things. So he had a friend of horrible relationships. He was a womanizer, alcoholic. He had all kinds of issues with it. Substance abuse. He was in jail, in the mental institution.
Because he started, I can't remember which comeback it was, but he started, one of his friends, they had been dead, but he was like literally having a whole conversation, but it's like you just talking to the dude, like he gets mad, and it's like nobody is like acknowledging stuff is going on. Like, hey, he needs to stop and need help. He needs help.
Yeah, that wasn't the reboot that was on Paramount Plus, but yeah, you're right. That happened. I think he got in a car accident. Malik was responsible for it. And again, Tasha said, well, Malik, you couldn't help that because he was drunk.
And he was like telling her, I feel guilty for it. and I'm struggling, but he wasn't telling her. And I'm also seeing him and having full-on conversations.
Right. But I always fix stuff for him. He's been his fixer. Or it was only that we never forced him to really be a man. When he became a man, he didn't know how to really be a man. He never had to deal with nothing. And really, that became his problem with her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because when the world made him deal with stuff, he was very bitter. He wasn't prepared for it. Spoiled brain. Spoiled brain.
And then, but then people started calling him. Well, I think now I do kind of do like that she did kind of call him out, as she should have, because he got mad at her for basically doing the stuff she did, like helping him. But like he got mad at her and she was like, okay, but you didn't have a problem when you kept asking me for the help. You can't be now. Like she was like, whoa, sir. You kept coming out and coming to me with hands out and mama help me, and now you mad? Nah, wait a minute now. But yeah, he went through a journey. Yeah. Because like eventually she does find out because she didn't know what was really going on because she had her own stuff going. And so when she finds out, like, oh, my son has literally had a mental breakdown and has lost his mind, then they got him help out and stuff. But the thing was, it didn't look like he was not real. It looked like he was really. Because the way they filmed it and the way it was, if you didn't know, you just thought this dude was like being real weirdly possessive and acting weird every time his other friends would be around. And it was like the way it was shot, it felt like he was really there. And it's like, and then you find out, that's why nobody else was really reacting. And then also that kind of is weird then because you was making him possessive of you with questions from other things. If you fight me to do some looking into deep inside your heart. But anyways. Yeah. It's a lot. I kind of like the drama version a little bit of the comedy version for me. Right. Just because it has more storylines and deeper comedy. I couldn't watch both because it's literally two different shows. It's like a complete disconnect from the outside of it.
Next one is Janet Kyle from My Wife and Kids. She's nothing like my mom, but I thought
no, not at all. But she is a good one.
That's a version of a real mom.
She's more realistic. She's more realistic.
Yeah, but she was good, especially as a mom dealing with daughters. She's
more realistic as a mother and a wife.
Right. Aunt Helen from the Jamie Foxx show. She wasn't a mom.
Helen. She was mother.
I see. Yeah, I don't think they had to do it.
No, she was a mother figure. I thought that she was very good, especially with him being an adult. People kept him accountable. He didn't take his BS. Still gave him wisdom. She was good. Everybody still needs that person in their life, especially here for him. I can see that. I think she resonates probably with a lot of people. Cheryl Lee Ralph from Moesha. When you think of someone who comes in as a stepmother, I just didn't like Moesha. But
I don't know what that was.
I've watched Moesha enough to get the educated response. So I think when you think about what it takes to blend a family, they have to step in, and she had to step in with kids who are a teenage daughter and an elementary primary age son. I thought she did a very good job handling that character and not being one that was like, I'm afraid to talk to Moesha, I'm afraid to mother her, I'm afraid to she gotta go behind many times. And I thought she did good. I thought she did an amazing job actually handling what that means to blend a family and still hold your own. Like, I have the mother here.
They never wrote her like she was constantly asking permission to run her own house. She was like, we married. This is my house. We are the parents. This is what's happening.
I thought that was really good because usually in that type of role, that is what the mothers are like, well, I don't want that's your dog now.
Yeah, I did like how they did that.
And she had a real job, she wasn't. I'm just thinking about TV mothers and their job, and how even if they have a job, you don't see them there, and they might talk about it. If, like, especially like maybe now that they show them more, but like around that time with Moesha, it's like they might have had jobs, but you don't see them there. You know what I'm saying? Like you might see the husband at his job, but you'll never see the mom and her. You just see her at home doing mother.
Yeah.
The next one is Vivian Banks from Fresh Prince. I think she's one of the best TV moms.
Yeah, period.
Yeah, she was good.
Sure.
Both of them.
She did a great job as someone who came from a different, had a different background and having money, having something, and being like, I didn't get where I come from. To her own kids grounded, to deal with her family, like she held her household. She was, she didn't change who she was, so she could be proper when she needed to be, and she could get with you. She could gather you up when it was necessary. I think she's one of the best moms, especially for African Americans that to date. And I think you have to do two different characters, two different people playing the same character. They show the ability to family matters. I think they did a possible job with that, and both women did a great job with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
They like the how it is, like how they kind of deal with everything is similar in that. Like they didn't rewrite the characters, but they did play the characters completely different.
Right. The next one is Thea. Thea the doll.
No.
I didn't.
No.
I think Thea's a funny comedian, but I did great.
No.
She was doing too much.
I didn't think she did a good portrayal of, because I watched it, but as a mom, we could have done without the show. I think the best thing that came from the show was Grant and Jason Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it.
There you go.
Yeah, kind of like, have y'all ever seen Miss Pat?
Yeah, I actually like Miss Pat.
I've seen some of it.
I think but that's her. She's not apologizing for that, but I like her. Next is Weezy Jeffersons. The Jeffersons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Weezy was a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes he can go off the rails like, I don't know who you think you talking to. What do you think you dealing with? Like, and
Sherman from doing too much on him, for going too far.
Yeah. See, I thought she stayed grounded.
Yeah, I was just about to say she kept everything balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Walona Wood from Good Times. So we have Florida next to Walona. I thought Walona did great. But she was adopted mom, and she was phenomenal with that. And making her feel like she was her own and taking care of her. Actually, I recently watched Good Times again and watching those episodes, and I thought she did an amazing job. If you didn't know when you watched Good Times, you would think that was her child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So our final questions I want to ask as we wrap it up. Looks like we do a good deal of watching television homes and some movies. The ultimate movie mom, I'm going to say, one of my favorite moms is Sally Field in Still Magnolia. It's one of my favorite moms.
I can't make myself watch it because I always hear how people crying.
I will agree with everybody that says it's good, but yes.
I love Still Magnolia. I was 60 in Ireland, but that when you have a child that's sick and you are advocating for them even into their adulthood, I think is amazing. And so there's a scene with Julia Roberts has a diabetic episode. Her sugar drops low and she has a seizure in the beauty parlor. Mm-hmm. And kind of like, I don't know what to do. And Sally stays so calm and she's like, she's okay, just get her some juice. Mm-hmm. And I just think as a mom that has settling with you, dealt with it so much, you can't be rattled. Mm-hmm. And so the orange juice and her and Dolly Parton kind of calm her down and she handles it. And it's not until the very end, unfortunately.
I got one for my throat right now and I never seen it because I already know what's gonna happen and I just can't make myself.
And Sally Fields is calm to the very, very end and she just loses it. And it's not that she cries, that she gets mad. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'm so angry that my daughter has died. And it's the ladies at the end, it's Alicia Dukakis and the other lady's name. And, you know, it didn't go into it, but it's that she stood by her daughter and she championed for her daughter to the end. And then she finally, I think, for me, feels like I can let go. But she's one of my favorite moms for that reason. It's just like you're holding it together for your daughter. She needs you to be that. So it is super emotional.
Now, okay.
Time I identify with Robin's character because I've dealt with illness for most of my adult life, but it's only recently, I think, just dealing with having adult kids, and not that any of my kids are sick, but it's just understanding the flipping of roles. And as a mom, it's like, you know what, it takes a lot to be that mom, you know, but it is emotional as it is. I'm gonna tell you, the movie has tons of funny scenes.
It does. It does.
Let me pick. Because even at the end, when Sally feels like, I'm so angry, and just her in the comments said, and I know this female character's name, but she says, Kent Weezer. Because the lady thinks this, she's like mean to the old folks. She's grumpy. And so it's that they get through it from being angry, crying, to laughing. They're all friends. And so the movie, they make sure that you don't in the movie crying like there's a so they're all sisters. So that probably doesn't make sense anymore. But what else?
It's a very good movie, and it's still one of my favorite movies. But I will say, the first time I saw it, I was not that old, and so I had a memory of like, okay, you know, in your mind, like, what the movie about? I'm like, yeah, and then just thinking about it, I was like, okay, so and then like, oh, Julia Roberts, I think she had cancer, and then I was like, I watched it again, and I was like, wait, she was diabetic, and it was like in my mind, I'm not saying it was bad, not saying anything. I'm just saying when I watched it when I was older, I was like, maybe it's some tea, maybe it's something else that made more sense. But I just kind of was like, for her to just basically drop dead, I was kind of like, maybe give her something that's not diabetes. I just kind of, once I was older, it just, certain things as far as how it was treated no longer made as much sense to me. But the movie is still just because I was like, I just was like, I'm saying I know everything that can happen. I just was saying because it was written like she had a terminal disease, and it was like,
I think too back then they didn't know what they know now, so I'm sure now they wouldn't do that.
Because I think a lot of people would be like,
I would feel like now, but it was
because like she literally just was like she had passed out, and then she dies, and I'm just like. Okay, I'm gonna ride with the movie because the movie's still good. But I'm still gonna ride the movie. Now the changes, even if the movie itself is still good. I'm just saying mentally because of how I watch stuff. I'm just like, okay, that's all I'm saying. And it was just some stuff that was just whatever. But it's still a good movie. You know, I just probably watched something after that movie.
So, my question to you is, well, let me ask you real quick. Is there another TV or movie mom that we didn't mention that you enjoy watching before we get to the end of our show?
I have to think about some stuff I've watched recently, because all the other ones that we pretty much named.
I can't think of them.
Because a lot of stuff I watched, like the mom, I don't know if that's even one of anything I've watched recently.
Oh, they don't want y'all to feel left out. I want to be like, you didn't mention my favorite mom. Okay.
That's what I'm like, I gotta go back and see stuff. I'm like, I don't think I've watched anything that was like a focus of a parent with any focus on the storyline.
They was the show that came on back in the 70s called That's My Mama with Clifton Davis on it.
I just watched the whole thing.
I love it. I have binge watched that for a long time. Alright, let's get back to my memory. Alright, so I want to ask you all, what would you like to say to your daughter or niece, Angelique, today that you wish you knew back in the beginning? So I'll start with Angelique.
Trust yourself, you're always right.
Angelique?
I wouldn't say similar to Charlie, but just be happy and do what makes you happy.
Alright, I would say don't apologize for being yourself. And other thing would be, what have you learned about being a mother that you want to share with other moms?
Shoot, somebody need to tell me something. We be here to.
Hello. But you get it. You good?
Yeah.
Hey, good.
What have you learned about being a surrogate mom that you could share with other moms after 27 years?
Is it 27? Yeah. That sounds right. I would say I've learned when to listen, when to give advice, when to not give advice, when to say something even though it might not be what they want to hear at the moment, but it's what they need to hear, and just how to be a support and protect them, but don't protect them from the world.
Right, that's very good. I would say what I've learned 27 years. Oh my God. There's no blueprint for this. What I thought I knew and the mom I thought I would be, or the way I thought I would parent in 1997 when my daughter was first born, nowhere near parent I became or where I am now 27 years later. You have to really let your kids tell you in a certain way how this is going to go, because they're their own person, and a lot of people think we parent solely based upon how you were raised, and that's a good foundation, but your kids aren't you.
Mm-hmm.
The world is constantly changing, so you have to go with that. And your kids need what my kids needed is not the same thing as what none of my kids are the people I thought they would be when they were born. They are incredible human beings that I'm so amazingly proud of. In fact, if they would have been the people I tried to raise them to be, they wouldn't be the amazing people they are now. I'm so glad able to release my agenda and flow with them and their development. And I allowed them to teach me along. It wasn't just me teaching them. They taught me a lot. They helped me to let go of some things and be delivered from some things. And they taught me some things about the world and growth. So they're just, there's a joke I heard a comedian say, it's so true. Like when you buy a car, you get this huge manual. You have a baby, and send you home with a baby. Nobody tell you what to do with this. You got to figure this thing, and every child you have is different. All three of my kids are three vastly different people, So even how I raised my first child, my daughter is the center of attention, and she's vivacious and charismatic. My second child was very shy at one point and didn't hardly speak, and my youngest child had his own personality. These people, they had different needs from me, so you can't be cookie cutter. They're different people, they're gonna need different things, so you gotta walk this thing out literally day by day. And that's what I would tell any parent, and there's not gonna be things you want to hear. You can tell you this hurt my feelings. You gotta be prepared for your kids to tell you hurt my feelings, or this bothered, and sometimes you need to prepare to apologize to your kids. And a lot of times parents just think we're always right. You're not. Sometimes you're gonna get it wrong. You gotta be humble, and I had to learn that. That was hard, but it made me better. So, Nana, yours is still keep your head up.
Yeah. Shout out to Lola. You good? You straight? Good. Straight? Good.
Get bogged down. So now, what is one great message you have from our mother?
I feel like I told this already, but it was one day I think I got up too early. Mom was up, and I think she was trying to pray and spend some time by herself. And she gave me ice cream when I just woke up. So I should have known. I think she was wanting me. I think she was like, we ate. It was like 3. We was on 6th Street in Michigan, and she let me eat some. She like burgers, and she was like, ice cream, and I was like, oh shoot. She was like, this is our. She said something about trying to make it all special. Like this is our special whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm so happy. I can't remember being so happy. And then, but then I didn't know I wasn't supposed to tell y'all. I think I told y'all so happy. Mom, but you weren't supposed to do that.
Cause of my bad.
Older than I think she was trying to spend some time by herself.
She might have been. And she was like, I'm gonna give you this ice cream and send you all somewhere. I would say that some of them are really once I started getting older, and just how our I don't like to say friends because I don't believe you should be friends with your parents. I just don't. Not in the way that people think of being friends with your parents. Like you should have a good relationship with close. But it's certain things I'm not going to discuss with my mom, and I don't want her to discuss with me. But that's conversation you have with your friends. I'm not having a conversation with my mom. But just how she no longer was in the mindset of having to raise me and kind of still keep that authority to that degree. So we just started just being more like we just relaxing around each other and joking and having inside jokes and having fun, having different stuff we love to talk about. That's like we know nobody else can talk about it, so we know we can talk about it with each other. Just that when that change started happening. I know if I think it'd probably be some childhood things, but just because it would be, but that's just what came.
One great memory I have from mom would be when I really started to move the prophetic and trusted me, and it was actually one time we came to South Carolina, and before we moved there, and she called me if I had already and dance and different things. She called me up and she was just like, okay, we're doing this together. And she said, she said, when God gives you a word for somebody, give it to them. And I was kind of like, oh, she's like, I mean, now. And to know mom is, she trained hands on and right then. And I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to just stand here and chill. And so she was like, that lady right there, give her a word. And I was like, I thought I was going to like, but afterwards, like after that, like I began to move and prophesy. She was like, we were like crossing over each other, and it was like I'm in this room. I'm like, in that moment, we were both under the anointing, but afterwards, like I remember a moment, like after two, and I was like, look at us. It was a thought like me. It was like realizing trusting me. It meant so much to me. So that is something I hold in my heart. But it was so funny because he was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna do this like he'll throw you in the water." Oh, I got it. What is one thing that mom gave you or taught you that you have taken in your life?
Very, very much say two things. But you said one, but I'm making it real quick. So that'll be like one. Is power of prayer and spirituality, and how to not let fear or shyness stop you from doing anything.
Awesome. Angela,
because I'm not going to make sure I answer. How did you phrase the question?
What is one thing that mom gave you or taught you that you've taken in your life?
I would say some people it might seem little, but her making me speak like order food for myself, going like doing that, and like I didn't obviously know till I was older she was doing that because she was like, y'all not gonna be child like I was, but the importance of that was like once I got older, I was like, damn, this is like just the importance of you speak for yourself. Nobody needs to be speaking for you. Nobody needs to be doing. You can speak for yourself. You can speak. You have to speak for yourself. So even though it started with small, like order your own food or go in this gas station and say this, it was like once I got older, and then it's I didn't have how some people had to fear just to go talk, just to go do something. So I don't know, just that just I know. I want to say when I was in my 20s, I realized like what the importance of it and what it did for me specifically. Because I had a sister that would have spoken my entire life if she was ever allowed.
And she did I would say was to be excellent in everything I do, and so by the time I was like able to like minister and dance and really kind of speak a little bit when Daddy would travel, and Mom was like, when you're before God's people, you don't play with God or God before God's time. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people get up in front of people and they'll kind of giggle a little bit.
No, she played it.
The mom did not. The mom did, if you can't do it right, sit your behind down
and be quiet. No.
Before I was by the time I was 15, I was doing it basically every time Daddy ministered. So, like you're saying, like that probably seems like something so small of my view, but since I've been 16, I've been in front of people my entire life. That's 30 years. So, by the time I was 16, really before that, but by the time I was 16, people were asking me to minister. I was getting my own invitations to go speak and minister. That's something every teenager doesn't get. Yeah. I could stand in front of adults on my own and speak on my own. And so when I look back on it, I'm saying it's a little thing. It's to be taught how to stand, how to speak, how to project, how to, and of course I learned some of that from Daddy because that was his profession. But it was part of Mom that literally was saying, don't play in front of your house, be serious, be excellent. How you present yourself. And when that's put into you, Daddy has the professional side, but it's also the part that to me only a mother can do, which is remember you're a female and you're a black, and this is important to see you as a female and as a woman of color. And so you won't be lazy, you won't use slang, you will speak properly because it matters. It matters. And so we were in front of mostly Caucasian audience. So you won't be the dumb black girl. You won't be the black girl when you're in front of. That was so important, and it has still mattered up until today. And he gave us that, and even how we wore our hair. That we didn't just wear any hairstyle. Like my mom told us to consider every single thing that we did because it mattered in front of me. And I just thank her for that, and I've carried that my entire life. And the last question is, what is one quote or saying of Mom that you carry with you to this day?
Oh God. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have.
So I do. Maybe once I say mine, it'll figure something for you out. But I always told all of us that I remember growing up was that no matter what other, because I was always proud, like what other friends, and my mom, she'd always say, don't be trying to press all these other friends and not fostering my friends with my sisters. Because I'm the oldest, and I'm a 5-year-old in John Lee, 7-year-old in Angela. So there's a big gap here. When you're little, it's one thing. When you're a teenager, it's a whole nother thing, whole nother other. But Mom would always say to me, you will never have better friends in your life than your sisters. And at some point, all these other things, they won't be there. And at some point, these people could turn on you. They could leave you. They're never going to love you and understand you like these two people in this house or in this van. Like your sister. So my mom was like, there will come a day when the two best friends you have, John Lee and Angela, and you need to make sure that always matters. And there's points in my life where I didn't get it because I was always like, my best friend is this person, that person. And Mom was like, okay, you'll get it one day. And I will say, I don't want to cry. He will say, there's many times in my life.
To the back.
There will be no throat swelling tonight.
There's been countless times where you expect the people that you have poured into to be there, and they just haven't. And true to form, Mom was right. Just never had two better friends than my sisters. And my biggest thing is my sisters have known me at my best and at my worst and my lowest. And I think when people know you at the worst parts and can still say I love you and I believe in you and I accept you, when they can be a part of your vision. And I've had needs that didn't even make sense. And I would just be like, will you help me? And my sisters have never told me no. Like, I think if I was like, I'm trying to jump off this cliff, they've been like, okay, I got it. Who else gonna do that? So, I mean, when I went through my first divorce, I was the most depressed person. And my sisters was like, I got you. I got your kids. Like, they just been there. I've been suicidal, been where I didn't want to talk to nobody. I've been ready to fight folks before. We've been through it. And when I just, if I don't count on nobody, I can count on Shantali and I can count on Angela. And that's why we have this podcast. It's not always, I think some of our topics don't even make sense to nobody. It's just because we just want to talk. Keep your cup of tea and listen. And so Mom was right. Like I definitely have someone that I call my best friend, but when it comes to a real best friend, it is the people I share DNA with. And that's like, you can't come in between us. I know plenty people have tried, and plenty people have wanted to be, plenty people call themselves my sister, plenty people want to be my sister. You can't.
No.
I know it's a glamorous, it's a wonderful life. It's our life.
Yes.
That's what I would say. That's the one saying of hers that she gave me that I carry with me to this day. Is that I just won't have two better friends or best friends than my sisters. And she was right.
I think she kind of had that outlook on a few different things that were similar. Because not necessarily that, but I know she's, said before, basically told me before, don't call everybody on or mama or all that. Like, she jokes about certain stuff now, but in reality, that was not, we were not talking. If we are not actually that's not, And her thing was really because those are bonds and covenants and they mean something, and you don't do that. So it wasn't necessarily a saying, but it was definitely something. I know she said to me, like, you growing up and you got friends and like, we cousins, and mom was like, no, we don't do that. So they'll say, while it's not a saying, it is something. It's something that she said to me in different variations that has always stuck with me, and I haven't ever not thought that way. So I think mom just had a very serious outlook on who you really are friends with, who are your real friends, and don't play with that. don't just put that tag on everybody.
Right.
It was a couple things. One was, if you ask me to do something with your friends in front of your friends, I'm gonna say no.
What, girl? Man, I used to be so mad. I turn around, I'm like, if you don't get from around behind me while I'm going over here, you stay over there. Because I used to tell my friends, I'm like, I'm going to go ask. Stay over there. And they were, I'm like, why are you following me? Now it's gonna be no. It's gonna be no now. We might as well go back where we were.
If you keep asking me, I'm gonna say no.
It's gonna be no. So you better, man, it has to be a thought out, like, okay, she come over here alone and ask once.
You don't stay over and look, you about to ruin it. They're the ones that just be talking. I'm gonna go ask you, but you like,
ooh, I know you're not. No, you're not. Because she's gonna be nice when she say no to you. It's gonna be said a different phrase. It's gonna be not nice, but it's gonna be said over at you. It's gonna be a whole other conversation when it comes to me. If you see your friend to come ask me, I didn't see nobody do that.
Then over there having an anxiety attack, like, oh Lord.
understand the process. This is not the way.
Because mom looked at it as manipulation. If you bring your friend, yeah, but I'm saying because you were like this, because now you're trying to make me say yes. Yeah, but you're trying to make me say yes because your friend there, you think I'm not gonna say no because your friend right there, and joke's on you. I'll say no to both of y'all.
Daddy would say, oh, well, Leah already knew if you came over here that it was going to be a no. And I'm like,
wow.
But I told her behind and stayed over there.
I remember one time I told one of my friends, I was like, I'm going to tell here, I'm going to ask. And they like, I turned around and behind me, I was like, if you told me, she's going to say no. They was like, she's, look at my face, look at my eyeball. She was going to say no. Keep your behind where I left you. Thank you. Keep your behind where I left you. I will come back. Really? Because now you're making me mad. I don't even know if I want to go now. Now I'm upset.
Like, I don't want to be my handler.
Thank you. Just because your family run that way, ain't our family run.
My son said it was like, well, let me just go.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to let you. Thank you. Thank you. For real. So I'm gonna be at the house. I'm see you next time I see you because we're not whatever the plans were are not happening. So I guess next time is next time because I know what the outcome is. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye to you now. I'm gonna see you. Really. So see you around. It was nice getting to know you. We had some good times together. Glad we were able to have this friendship, and I hope we move on to better friends in the future.
My parents, I don't know my parents.
Really.
Oh my God, that was funny. That was a good memory right there, because Mom was so about that. Wait, and Mom would just be straight with it. No.
Oh, okay. All right. So glad we got that out the way, and moving on.
Wait, and then what makes it so bad is when the little girl was talking. I mean, because why are you still?
That is what it was.
No, it was no. It was no.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we can't be people.
Really?
Because you don't know how to listen.
Because here's the thing. Because here's the thing now. I don't even want to go no more now. I don't even want to go no more because you getting on my nerves now. Now I know why she said no. She probably picked up on your spirit. She probably saw somebody you see.
Because I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to tell you the process.
And you over here think you know better. Okay.
She might would have said yes. You would follow the process.
But then, you know this. You gonna be there. You know my mama better than I know my mama. Okay.
And sending people over with people over. They didn't directly want to see a bunch of people's parents either. Like, I can talk for myself.
Thank you.
They don't understand.
Sometimes, well, Mom was just like, wait, this was the person who said that became a teenager. Like, I'm trying to ask. I have all the things go down. And then here comes Beth Ann's mom. I know she was asking you, but I just wanted to make sure that you understood that we were going to go to the mall. Okay, you know what?
And now we're never going anywhere ever. Thank you so much. Now it's never happening. Ever in the future. It's done. It's over. Because you couldn't keep your damn mouth shut.
You know, we don't know how to get up to 70. And now you can that.
And now sometimes I wouldn't even ask at all, like with certain things. Like first of all, you have to like, oh, can you spend the night? No, I have no reason to ask that. Don't ask that question. It's no. Why would I waste time? No. I mean, I can ask, but I mean, we wasting everybody's time if I do, because it's gonna be no. And then it's definitely gonna be no. Do you have brothers? Older brothers? No, that's not gonna happen. That's a no. That's not gonna happen. And that was. No.
Or to come to church. Like,
no. You just want me? You think I'm gonna say yes? You for the night with some strange men in the premises? Nah. One of my closest friends. It was a time limit on how long I could spend. I just go visit. So she had an older brother. Well, she had two brothers and her dad. And I was coming home before the sun went down, and I was getting that was it. It was like, okay, well, it's about 6 o'clock, and I guess I'm gonna be heading home because I can't even look like I'm trying to spend the night.
I don't know that I spent the night in time somewhere. I'm sure I did.
If it wasn't a certain immediate, certain family, no, we wouldn't know what to do. That's why I said certain. That's what I'm saying. But like, we wouldn't just. No, I can literally name the family members, and I just think it would just be one hand. It just wasn't. That wasn't. I guess that just wasn't it. I'm just saying. Them was the rules.
The rules didn't hurt us, did it?
Not at all. Because really, once we got older, you realized, ooh, I really did this in the night. No way. They was right.
All right, we have had a wonderful show.
I'm not even gonna say how long this has been recorded for. Y'all ain't want to say it out loud. I don't even want to look at it. I just close my eyes. I don't even want to look at it. If I'll see it, it's not there.
Being a part of our sisterhood and chatting with us, getting to know us better. And so we're going to go ahead and say good night. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers. we definitely want to say Happy Mother's Day to our mother, Dr. Bernadette Elijah, to our aunt, and all over the country, really. Our aunt, Becky back home again. We want to say Happy Mother's Day to my daughter, Nara. We want to say Mother's Day. And so we want to just send our love to those who are celebrating, those who have biological children, those who have bonus children, those who have adopted children, those who have stepped in to love on babies that aren't even yours. You get our love and to live this beautiful holiday. Enjoy the springtime weather. Hopefully it's warm where you are. It is certainly not warm where I am.
It's warm where I am in South Carolina, so I guess it's all over here.
They keep assuring you that it's warm here. I will tell you that
they are lying to you. They trick you to get you over there.
All the way up to 8th Street. It is around 8:49 degrees. The heat is on. The heat has been on. And I think God he was patient with me because he's not a lover of heat, but he does love it. So I hope you enjoy this springtime weather. It is beautiful and warm for Mother's Day. Hope perfectly your children celebrate you, contact you, and give you some love. So with that, and for joining in with us, don't forget to hit that like, comment, like and subscribe button. Make your comments. Let us know who your favorite TV moms and movie moms were. If we forgot somebody or left somebody off the list, let us know who yours are, who you enjoy watching, so we can keep the chat going. So from my heart to yours, once again, Happy Mother's Day. I'm Leah.
I'm Shani.
And I'm Angelique.
You have a happy Mother's Day, and thank you for letting our family be your family.